happy about the fact that he has not been able to secure that primetime gold. He believes he's the best that comes to the PlayStation division. Goat and Smudger, these guys have met before. There's a lot of heat between them. These guys don't like each other. And Smudger was in the chat during the fight and now after the fight saying, Dead, like, I'm waiting for you, boy.
Well, he doesn't have long to wait, Cyrus, because they'll be fighting next Saturday as the primetime main event for the PlayStation Championship. And the question is Goat ready for the pound-for-pound king in Smudger?
The lightweight on the line, pound-for-pound #1 on the line. Let's do it.
Smudger is an animal, and Goat's going to have his hands full this fight. Smudger has every record in the history books. Goat doing everything he can to try and get in Smudger's head. He says he's beaten before in other competitions. He calls himself the Smudger Killer. This is a firefight between two people that do not like each other. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you stick around, because this one's going to be a barn burner.
It is over.
NM Smudger does it again.
Smudger versus Goat, Primetime 94, and it starts right now!
Different style. You can't bring me down! I'm here to stay!
What is good, you beautiful bunch of savages? Primetime 94 is back in your lives. It is a sensational card, stacked with action. NM Smudger, B3 Goat, topping that entire thing off. Calling the action with me here this evening is the ever mighty, the true goat of the community, obviously JDAM TV, brother. It is a pleasure having you back in the booth, my man. Of course, we have Mr. Humbledink calling the action along with us as well. How are you doing, lads?
I'm doing fantastic, Cyrus and JDAM. PT94 is upon us. Smudger versus Goat. This has got like you might have noticed right there, JDAM. We had some Kane music in the background. The WWE Kane. The fire is brimming in this one.
Yeah, it's a lot of bad blood. And here's the thing about it. Volkanovski is going to fight a lot tonight. The co-main and the main event. That's 2 in one night. He's fighting for the title twice, Humble.
I mean, you got 2 spots on the poster right there. You've seen like 2 giant spots on the poster right there, Cyrus. Dustin Poirier versus Volkanovski. Now co-main event, Fonte versus Winter. Fonte just winning the belt recently. Beat Caliber last week, and he essentially got into that spot by luck, Cyrus, and he capitalized on the opportunity, and now he is champion. Now he has to defend it. Now what we see if he's got the sort of fight IQ to be a champion as well.
Yeah, truly. I mean, you said, of course, a little bit lucky to get the opportunity to start with, but no luck involved when it came to the performance he put out. He had a sensational performance that night and was able to get his hand raised, become champion, truly undisputed now on this Xbox side of things. But of course, you were only as good as your last performance. His last performance is going to come here this evening up against KM Winter, who has been an absolute savage in that cage, has been building a very, very good case of why he should be in the mix, and of course, fighting for that championship. And he gets that opportunity here this evening, so of course he wants to capitalize on that, much like Fonte did last week out. But J-Dime, as we look throughout this entire card, my man, it is stacked with killer after killer. I know what a fight that we spoke about very, very briefly coming into this one before the card was, of course, Raw Matrix up against Vux starting this fight out. I know these guys are eager to get it going, my man, but that is sensational matchmaking to kick off this card.
Yeah, y'all got Raw Matrix and Vuk on the early prelims to open up the card. That could easily been a main event a season ago. Like, that's just, they're going to set the tone. If this card's going to be great, it starts right here.
Yep, this is a fantastic fight to kind of start the card with, as you guys have both just mentioned. Matrix, his accomplishments last season, Cyrus, he went undefeated for a long period of time, got himself to the top 15, and then ended up bagging himself a spot in the Grand Prix, which he did very well in. And it's the same with the season just gone. And I know he's more interested, like more invested, in Primetime now. And essentially, he'll be wanting to bag himself a big slot. So you see him fighting more regularly. He's got a big chance here against Vuk Gaming.
Yeah, really, really does. I mean, Vuk was most improved of last year. He came in, obviously won a belt after getting that award, and has had a little bit of a rough run, since then. He's 2-2 at the moment. So obviously he's got a lot to prove himself as well. Wants to make sure that he wasn't just kind of a one-trick pony, didn't get lucky. And as you can see, starting this one out quickly there, Jay.
Yeah, and you said he want to prove that he's not a one-trick pony. He's not trying to prove it to us. He got to prove it to himself first. Because when you start... Oh, never mind. He's proving it now, Humble.
Here we go. Could be getting a finish right now.
Is it that fast?
Oh my days.
Oh, the match just...
Oh my days.
Oh my... Yeah,
I'm just gonna bet while the betting lines are still open, because that's how fast that was, Cyrus.
Hold on,
What a finish. What a finish.
Look at the clothes! Oh my god, how about the bet?
we got people in the truck like, on that slot.
That's crazy.
We're not professionals here. We're professionals here, Cyrus. You know what I mean? You're not getting a bet in right there.
Jesus, bro. I mean, honestly, I love Raw Matrix. He's been a great guy in the cage, out of the cage. But the night is all about Vuk.
Hey, go back to stats.
Yeah, I want to see the stats, bro. I want to see
please.
those stats, because that was...
I don't remember him landing a punch. I don't remember him
had
landing a punch.
Military precision when it came to his punches. He did not miss a goddamn shot. Go back to it. Maybe he did miss a couple, but not many, brother. Didn't have many landed on him either. 3 total strikes. Matrix was able to connect with Vuk, but the hands of Cody Garbrandt, too goddamn much, Jay. Too goddamn much.
It looked like one-way traffic. One person was fighting in there. I know we say it was a fight, but only one person was swinging, it looked like.
I'm just going to say it, Cyrus. I'm sorry. Elephant in the room. Ban Garbrandt. Ban him. You know what I mean? Like,
ban Cody.
am I wrong? Every
you're
time we
wrong,
see
bro.
these disasters, these quick finishes, it's because somebody's got Cody Garbrandt against the rest of the division.
Yeah, for anybody that doesn't know, of course, on the prelim side of things, it is 4-star picks only, and one fighter gets a ban. So the higher rated guy gets the first pick of a fighter, and the lower rated guy gets to put a ban in that weight class. So in certain weight classes, just like that, Cody Garbrandt has become a favored pick out here, Humble, and quite obviously he is very, very strong, especially in those early rounds, and Vuk was able to capitalize on that. Like I said, his accuracy though was something else. I mean, obviously the speed and the power helps, but when you throw in shots with that sort of kind of calculation, it's hard not to walk away with the W.
Man, listen to me. That fight was so fast. I don't even think Evo has he don't even have his shorts on yet. He's still walking to the arena. Like, he was supposed to fight 10 minutes later, and now he has to warm up, and he got to get ready to fight now.
Well, I tell you, he has just about managed to do it, and to set him up, Humble, we have Evo and EK Declan, or EK Scotland. These two guys, I mean, they've been around the scene for a little while now. Declan, obviously now known as EK Scotland. Both guys have a number of wins under their belt. I feel like this is a battle of two vets that are trying to kind of have a resurgence here under Primetime.
Yeah, and you've got to do that by putting a couple of good wins together, and this is where it starts right now. They've got a good opportunity, like we always keep saying. It's the start of the season. At the start of the season, everything's based on ranks, so that means that potentially you're not 2 fights away from fighting for a big position. So anyone can kind of seize that opportunity and moment, as we've seen with the previous the champion, the co-main event tonight.
Man, listen to me. This Jorge Nate Diaz fight, to me, didn't live up to expectations, what we thought would happen. Maybe this will be what we thought it would be for the real BMF, Cyrus.
100%, bro, 100%. I mean, look, on this game especially, Nate Diaz does not die. That guy has a chin unlike anything else. Honestly, death by 1,000 cuts. If Jorge Masvidal isn't careful, if Evo isn't careful with his gas tank, it could be very, very difficult as the fight goes on. But of course, that boxing from Jorge, Humble, that power that he has in those hands, if anything, may be the equalizing shot, even up against somebody like Nate, who traditionally doesn't go down, but Jorge obviously hits hard.
Yeah, he does, and he'll start real quickly. He'll be able to throw combinations out fast where he can catch his opponent. I like to call it like fast muscle fiber. He's got that sort of fast twitch.
What twitch?
Yeah, Nate Diaz is essentially more of he flows into his shots. It's all about his body movement and kind of the second or third or fourth shot, not just the first one, the explosion. So Nate's one of those guys that if you let go in like this, he starts getting with his flow. That's when it becomes difficult. He's got timing and rhythm.
Brilliant.
Oh, and he pointed at him too. Oh my
Ow.
God. Okay, now these shots are starting to accumulate. Now, since he already been dropped, they're gonna feel like he got one punch power, Cyrus.
Yes, it is, my man. Lands another straight, rocks him, gives him a little taunt. Gotta be careful. Jorge is going to continue to try and fire back, but right now, EK Scotland is running away with this first round. It is actually only scheduled for 3 Humble, although they have selected 5. I don't think they're going to need it, though, bro. Look at the action.
Nate Diaz coming. I mean, Jorge coming back. I say Nate Diaz. He punched so hard, it messed up my brain. Oh, now he's stuck in side control. Oh my God.
Something we don't see often. We don't see the Greco-Roman version.
Oh, he woke up.
We're seeing it right now in prime time.
He didn't woke up. That's all it is. Jorge woke up. He needed to get punched and dropped to wake him up, Cyrus.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, look, Evo's done this before as well. Like I said, he is a veteran, man. He's been tested everywhere. He has well-rounded skills and wasn't going his way on the feet, let's be honest, Humble. He managed to get a little bit back with that stun, decided to go for the takedown, and now he is dominating these positions.
Yeah, he's elite on the ground, like either that or he's catching his opponent cold. We seen it earlier in the last fight where you can catch your opponent out the gates, and you can kind of come out on fire. And we've seen that the last fight, and now we're seeing it like slightly on the ground as well. Aggressive.
Oh,
defense.
he's stuck.
Aggressive defense right here, Jay.
Listen to me. He's trapped in prison. There's no way out right now, Cyrus.
Yeah, he's hoping that some way he can get out of it, and he was able to get a full guard. Decided to separate does Evo, and I think the ground game is going to open up the hands now, Humble. We see it more often than not. When you've dominated on the mat, your opponents are so scared of it that it sets up the hands just like that.
Yeah, crazy that so well though. Like Dan was saying there was no way out of it, but all of a sudden he kind of took the key and opened the door. Jay, he let him up.
Yeah, it's like he heard me and then he found a way out, because I thought he was gonna be stuck there forever. Do you know how many times he got denied inside control during that one sequence, Cyrus?
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, he went for the full guard pull, but now it's back on the feet. I have to say, Evo is looking like a different man. Gets another stun right there and is pouring on the action, maybe getting a finish in short order here, Humble.
Yeah, nice work. And all of a sudden, that first round, out the window. Beautiful combination right there from Evo as he gets him in format with 6 seconds left.
Is he going to end it? Is he going to end it?
Jesus, J-Dan, that was super close. He nearly had him out right there, right at the end of the round. Really put his stamp on the mark. A question I guess I'm going to ask you is, can EK Declan come back from this one?
So weird, because EK Declan started off the match dominating. It looked like he was going to be the one, and then one stun changed everything, and it's just been going downhill from him for here. Damn, I can't say it right. It's been going downhill for him ever since, Cyrus.
It has been, brother. Don't worry, I fumbled harder at the beginning. Get tongue-tied here this morning, bro. Look,
something in the air.
It is, bro. There is. Evo, though, coming out into this one. Starting off the way he did end the last, but look at the firing back from Diaz, Humble.
Yeah, like the opposite. By J-Dan. Usually it's Masvidal kind of good at the start of the round.
He should have moved. He should have moved his head. He's accepted getting hit on the block. That's gonna accumulate and add up. He should have moved his feet, Cyrus.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
Is it over? It may be over.
It's over.
Is it?
I thought I was done. It played the noise, bro. It played the noise. You know, that knockout, kind of like, the arena goes quiet. It did that, but somehow Nate Diaz zombies his way back to his knees and continues to move through positions. Evo decides to welcome him back to the feet. This could be over fairly quickly here, Humble.
Yeah, what's crazy about this is that one guy's dominating at one period of time. He catches it. Declan on his ropes right now. Gets a little opportunity there because the stamina's starting to go. That's something you should focus on. You know, you should attack that stamina, J-Dime, as well, because he's
Hey, hold on, Humble. Hold on, I got some bad news for you. This fight has to end in the next round because they have no 5 rounds by accident.
Oh, they're confident. Like, these guys...
No, this fight ain't... It's over. It's over.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. No. It did it again. It did it again, bro. It did the noise.
It's not over. Oh, my gosh. How is Nate Diaz alive?
The Aussie kid Declan has to do survive.
A jab!
Oh my god! The stiffest of jabs sends Nate Diaz into the land of wind and whispers. My god!
Oh my days! I just said all he could do is survive, and as I said survive, he just gets
And that's a nice jab, ain't it? Look at that.
Oh my god!
Best jab in the UFC, baby! Joey Masvidal. God damn, man.
Evo with a win.
Yeah.
Second round.
That was a nice one. That was a fun ass fight, bro.
Ladies
Great
and
way to
gentlemen,
kick off
referee
this
Herb
card.
Green
Two
has
fun
called a stop
fights
to this
in a row. I mean, Jesus. Jeez, these guys in particular, that is definitely early contender for fight of the night. They went hell for leather the entire time there. If this is any sort of indication, Humble, of how the rest of this card is going, I'm excited, brother, to get into this next one. We have two fighters in this lightweight. We got Kunzi and Rue going up next. I don't think I've seen these two guys, brother. Have we called these guys before? I think they're relatively new to the promotion.
They gotta be new, because I've never seen these names in my life. It's like some new DLC characters I've never seen had just spawned in.
Yeah, exactly that. So these we do have, like we said a couple of days ago. We'll explain it again as we move into the prelims. We have roughly around about 50 to 60 different fights happening every single week. Only these ones are aired. The rest of them you can kind of go and sign up, and if you start winning, you make yourself to a live card, Cyrus, and that's exactly where these two are. I think it's number 18 versus number 20. So these two are quite highly ranked to start the season. We've not seen them before. We're about to see them now. We've got to impress.
Exactly right, brother. Exactly right. I was having a little glimpse over. I think one of them is 2-1 at the moment. So rank number 18 is Kunzi, and he is 2-1 at the moment, and so is Rue, actually, who is ranked number 20th. So 2 places in it. Of course, I would imagine that Kunzi got got a finish probably. Obviously, as we kind of often point out here, Humble, the finishes under Primetime MMA matter massively. Of course, you've got to get that finish. Gets you those extra points, it can move you up in the rankings, but he's gone Kevin Lee.
Wow.
My heart dropped for him.
Yeah.
Never seen it before.
I've seen it, and it wasn't very impressive. So we'll see if he can beat the not so very impressive. I've seen other fighters, though. It's like the 4-star gives you choice, right? But to pick whoever you want, but when someone picks Max Holloway, it doesn't matter what weight class they're in. That's a top level fighter right there.
Well.
Shoot right now! Don't touch the glove. Shoot. Kevin Lee, just shoot off the glove touch.
Yeah, he needs to be ankle picking for sure. He cannot allow. Cannot allow Rue, cannot allow Max Holloway to let those hands fly. Curtis double leg and is able to secure it. Jay, you are calling for it. He shoots for it. We're gonna have to see if he can hold down Max Holloway, though. He's not an easy man to keep on the mat.
Yeah, but if you want to have success, he has to take him down early, set the tone. Don't let Max Holloway set the tone and get established. That's why I needed him to shoot that takedown early, Humble.
Yeah, it's something we both all of us talked about as well, is that these guys, we did say we haven't seen them before, but it is their debut as well, Cyrus. The first time on actual stream fighting in front of an audience. That's got to be, it's got to be nerve-wracking.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, the bright lights can bring out the best in some and obviously be a little bit overwhelming for others. Right now, these guys seem to both be rising to the occasion. Max Holloway decides to take this top mount and rain down some ground and pound. I'd imagine a separation may be in order, but maybe not with denials like that, Jay.
Maybe side control. Yep, that was smart. He went side control because he knew he could hold him here. I was about to say, I thought he was just going to posture up after that, Humble.
Yeah, now I know that Max Holloway's been training with DC, Cyrus, but Jesus Christ, he's on with his wrestling transitions and his denials and blocks and his sort of catch wrestling right now.
Yeah, looking great. Does decide to separate now that Kevin Lee had been able to work his way back to full guard. Nice little slip off. Kevin Lee's a little too slow though for Max Holloway. Absolutely lightning fast, landing these combinations in short order.
I'm not going to lie to y'all. If Kevin Lee loses this, he has a career reviewing food with his brother. Because Max Holloway, to me, if he don't get this to the ground, he may punch his head off, Humble.
I can't believe what he's like. He's slower than asking me. This is the slowest man, the slowest UFC fighter I've seen on the game.
Yeah. Oh my God!
Oh my God! Oh, Kevin, no!
Oh man.
Jesus, he was almost joining Keith on those food reviews, bro.
Food reviews, yeah.
Oh my god.
He's moving freely now as well. He's going to get to a more dominant position. Maybe he'll go for a bit more sort of ground and pound here down and do some damage with that as well.
Oh my.
What? Okay, why did he throw that before he even got up? Oh,
When he gets
Kevin Lee! Kevin Lee!
Come back.
Never forget, Kevin Lee has never lost the first round. Oh, maybe he's about to lose this one. He has never lost the first round. Kevin Lee, will he end this? Is he going to end this? Kevin Lee! Let's go! Kevin Lee! Let's go!
Wow.
Kevin Lee.
He's gone crazy for like 10 minutes. Jesus, man.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that happened. I'll do a dog.
Great performance. He used Kevin Lee. He shut everyone up. He got the victory. And he got a finish too. Like, let's go,
The
Kevin
way
Lee.
that you set it up, though, the way that you set it up, Kevin Lee has never lost the first round. Oh, maybe he will. Maybe not. That was the best. That was the
Let's
best.
put that again. That was fun, man. That was another fun fight, another potential fight of the night. Well done, boys.
Yeah.
First time. Let's address the elephant in the room. First time on Primetime, and we are not disappointed, Cyrus. Very, very, very good fight.
Yes, sir. I look forward to seeing either one of those guys step into the cage next. Very, very fun fight to continue the sensational highlight reel of finishes that we have seen here this evening. It sets us up beautifully, J-Dime, for the next one. Ranked number 16th, Ripe. I don't have Kai's, so I'm sure that's just a typo, but obviously everybody knows Kai. Former champion, absolute menace on UFC 4. Likes to play against his opponents, not only in that cage, but the mind games outside of it. Likes to talk that talk and walk the walk a little bit, Jay, as he tries to get under people's skin and get the worst out of them so he can get the best performances he can in that cage.
Yeah, that's like Kai thing. Like, for some odd reason, he always gets under people's skin. Like, people hate Kai. But when you're winning, that's cool. But, you know, when you're losing, everyone's going to have a lot to say to you. And he's been losing lately. He has to pick it up if he wants to get in title contention again, Humble.
Yeah, but he's one of those guys, though, that he'll always be around because he's a great player. So essentially, he just got to do his thing. I think Kai sometimes goes into that and kind of distracts himself. I'd like to see Kai a bit more focused, a bit more dialed in, because he's dangerous, Cyrus, when he is like dialed in and he takes all of his opportunities.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. He's an absolute killer in that cage, and confidence is everything with Kai. So when he gets a setback or two, you know, sometimes because he's an emotional fighter, it can play against him. But often it kind of, when he's got one or two losses under his belt for a season, it propels him. It kind of motivates him to really, really push for that next level performance. But of course, it's going to be difficult, Jay, up against somebody like Right MMA, who had submission of the year last time around, and he got that submission with some beautiful combinations on the feet. This guy is truly well-rounded, and as you can see, with Bo Nickel, shoots that double leg early and secures now side control.
Yep, and he's setting the tone. Sean Strickland want to jab him from the outside. That's what Sean want to do. Bo Nickel, a national champion. This is where he want to be, Humble.
Yeah, he does. He wants to be on top, trying to control his opponent, looking for mistakes, gets one right there. And this is actually really interesting, Cyrus, because I've not seen someone do this to Kai before.
Yeah, exactly right. Kai is normally a guy that, will take it down to the ground himself, so put him in these positions are quite clearly something that is going to be advantageous if you can hold him in them. Of course, he's got great top control, maybe not such great bottom game, but Ripe MMA, like I said, he did have submission of the year last time, so he is very, very well versed in these positions as well. But I'd like to take this opportunity as we reach the 2 minutes 50 mark in this round as he goes for the submission. TM Little John says, is there a contender series or something he can get involved with? Everybody is welcome under the Primetime banner, my man. Sign up, work your way through the unaired section onto these live cards like these guys have just here, Humble. And obviously it's Killer's Row though, bro. It's hard to make it here. It is hard to make it here.
It's incredibly hard. We have 1,600 people on the Discord, and these guys are top 20 in every single thing they're doing. So there's so many competitors, so many people leave and come back as well, Cyrus, over the years. So you get so many people kind of compete into the best of the best.
Yeah, and look, it's week in, week out. Iron sharpens iron. These guys continue to advance their game, and they continue to excel on this ever-evolving landscape of mixed martial arts. Sean Strickland now, though, doing good work. Now it's back on the feet, Jay. He's been landing those boxing combinations, trying to smother Bo Nickel, back in the striking realm.
Yeah, that's what he got to do with them 4-star boxing combinations. Sean Strickland had for some reason. Oh, he may drop it.
Nice. Oh, he does.
Yeah, and he drops him, Humble.
Wins the round with that one.
He just stole the round. All that work he put in was for nothing if this round end now.
Good work from Strickland coming forward. Oh, he gets Bo Nickel catches him, but it's almost like he's throwing his shots incorrectly, Cyrus. I'm not sure he is on the game, but it feels like he is. You know, he doesn't kind of land with the same flushness as Sean.
Oh my! Oh my! He still gets the head kick.
He still.
He went the
And to take. Wow. He still got the counter even when he missed the hook. Is crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Good round. Good round.
Separation. Bo Nickel showing he is a well-rounded mixed martial artist right there, Humble. He has been working on the feet as you can see, and those combinations are only going to continue to ever concern his opponent because, of course, he is a dominating force on the mat. The camera angles, look, the guy's been drinking the same thing as you, brother. He's been drinking from that ball over there.
Oh man, yeah, what a round that was for both guys. Kai doesn't look his usual self for me. I'm not sure if anyone agrees, but his striking was on point at times, but the groundwork, he doesn't usually get taken down, and he doesn't usually stop, not get the nails essentially.
Oh,
Nickel, body work.
Bo Nickel.
Oh my
Bo
god!
Nickel. Oh my, he folds him. He folds him. Is it over? Is it over?
Right MMA is absolutely looking possessed here this evening, Humble. From grappling to striking, Bo Nickel showing that he can do it in absolutely every realm of this mixed martial arts game. Now back in his home domain, though, on the mat, and he is looking goddamn good. Sean Strickland in for a long old ride with 3 minutes 40 left on the clock.
This is a really interesting sort of fight because I didn't know Ripe had this ability to do this to someone as high level as Kai. So we're finding out that Ripe has got this in his arsenal as well, and he does really well when he's using it, and he kind of goes to those guys. I know he's done it in the past, but not for me anyway, not to the level of someone of Kai.
Dang, that's crazy. My bad, Cyrus. But Humble's basically saying he's never seen you grapple anyone good. That's what he's trying to say. He's trying to say your grappling wasn't good. That's what he's standing, right? I didn't say that, right? But
I didn't say that. I love it, bro. Look, I think you may be right, though, Humble. I think that he's fought great competition in the past, but a lot of the time it's kind of played out on the feet. This might be the best in terms of the grappling exchanges against one of the more high-level grapplers that he maybe have come across. Definitely one of the more tricky opponents for sure. Obviously, former champion Ripe MMA is coming up against here this evening, and he's looking like a man that may be wanting to challenge for that belt in the near future. Quite clearly, he has a diverse set of skills, and he is absolutely putting it all together here.
He's absolutely piecing him up, as you just said. That he's put it all together. He's like showcasing Bo Nickel at the moment for me. Time. This is a really interesting. So I like to see this fight in real life, to be honest. But
yeah, in the future, I'd like that.
Yeah, this is a good fight. If Sean loses his next fight, I think he should fight Bo Nickel. But this is kind of what I think it'd go like as well.
I don't know. I think right now Bo Nickel's still too green, but in a few we'll see.
Yeah, 2 or 3. That's
yeah.
He's there, but he's doing well in this fight. You know, Ripe MMA is showcasing him really well, using his grappling really well, and a character that I don't think's got a lot, Cyrus, but he's really highlighting some of his stronger attributes.
Yeah, exactly right. Honestly, I am absolutely blown away with what Ripe MMA is doing here this evening. I think he's truly looking like a guy that is leveled up.
Oh my god!
Absolutely.
Is he done?
He was abusing Kai there, bro. He was beating him like he stole something. That was a savage.
Don't say was. He still is.
He still is.
Oh my god. Oh.
No, he did well.
He survived.
But this is what Kai does to people. This is why I'm finding it impressive. This is why I'm saying what I'm saying, because this is what I think Kai went on when he won the belt last season. He went on like a 7 or 8 kind of win streak. Something like that, and even including his belt, and he knocked everybody out once he got ground and pound the first time. You know, that was crazy.
Yeah, exactly right. But I will say one thing. Everybody in the chat, of course, predicting rage quits incoming and kind of talking down on Kai. Like I said, he's a polarizing figure in the community. I'm not going to count this man out quite yet. It's not looking good for him. It's not looking good, but this guy rises to the occasion more often than not, although he is fighting with his back up against the wall here. As you can see, he's not giving up, Jay. He's still trying to fight for every second in this fight. But Bo Nickel does seem to be one step ahead so far.
Yeah, people got to understand. It may look bad, but it's a fight. Anything can happen. But it is looking horrible for him right now, Humble.
That's good to say. I'd agree with Cyrus, but...
As I said, this happened, right?
It's the way he gets taken down.
Oh, my God.
This is kind of a showcase of Ripe MMA at the moment. He's found something that he can exploit, and he's just going and working it. I don't know the reason that Kai's not being able to block a lot of the transitions. Block that one there, though, Jay. Really important, but it doesn't seem like the same Kai, like, on the ground, Jay.
Oh, my God. Yeah. What Kai does to people's happening to him. He is back flat getting punched. Oh, my. Oh,
yes, mate.
And here comes the rage quit.
Right, we should have had a separate vote for that, because whoever the guys that were predicting that got that shit spot on. Obviously, have been following Primetime MMA for some time right now. Like I said, he's an emotional guy. Humble. He's an emotional guy.
I kind of like. He's the only person that I'm like, go on, do it. You know, it's kind of his trademark. He's like the Stone Cold Stunner or the Rock Bottom. You know, he's kind of like waiting for Kai. Even if he wins, he should do it.
Even if he wins, bro, he wins the belt and rage quits. Like, I'd like to see it. But no, look, right MMA. We have to just kind of cover this for 1 second. This guy looked truly sensational here this evening. He looked like a guy that is absolutely on the tracks to a title shot, quite honestly. It's still early right in the season. He going into that with rank number 16. A good win over Kai here. It's going to give him some nice points, put him around the upper potential 1 or 2 fights away. And if he's putting on performances like that, I would imagine it's going to be sooner rather than later. But it sets us up here, Jay Dime, Mr. Humbledink, for the next one. We've got 2 guys that I think they're relatively new as well, but they have gone on and had some good performances. 1-0. We have Crod up against Joe
C-Rod.
C-Rod, okay.
C-Rod's been around. Yeah, C-Rod's been around.
He's been around.
My bad. But they're here, brother. They're here. Both 1-0. Rank number 15 up against rank number 20. Somebody's has to go.
Well, this is what I like about the matchmaking this one. Both of them similar record, both of them similar rank. But what I like about this one is I know C-Rod is good. I know he's a good player. He used to be a former teammate of mine. Beat people in competitions, like in good competitions, people like Ed Parker. So that's how you know C-Rod's a good player. Now, I don't know Joe Weller, but they've both got the same record, J-Dam, so it's interesting to see if he gets over C-Rod, we know he's for real.
So from what you just said, all I heard was C-Rod's a former teammate. He does well in competitions. I want him to win. That's what I heard.
No. This is what I'm saying. We'll know the level of Joe Weller after this fight. That's what I'm saying.
Isn't Joe Weller an actual, like...
Yeah, that's
a YouTube boxing guy.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay. Honestly, right, I just want to chuck this out there. Dan Ige is one of my favorite picks to see people go. He's got really underrated skills, both on the mat and on the feet. That shorter stature can sometimes play against him, but it also has a lot of advantages as well out here. And as you can see, C-Rod starting this one out quick with a couple of combinations, but gets caught by some big power from Dustin.
Yeah, he's got excellent combinations going forward. He really focuses on his boxing. He reminds me of a B3 guy, essentially, Jay, down the way he kind of fights, but he'll keep swinging hands all the way forward, trying to press the action.
Yeah, I've seen C-Rod play too. I've seen C-Rod beat some really good people, but this is my first time seeing Joe Weller play, and he's got to showcase how good he is as well, Cyrus. Ooh. Oh.
Well, he is swinging for the fences. He has... quite clearly has bad intentions on these shots right here. Not throwing 30%, 100% every single second, it would appear humble. And he lands another flurry.
Oh.
Guy has zero chill, bro. He has zero chill. Goes back with another combination. You are right. I just like his timing. Like, see what the times he throws are really, really good because he lands. But look at the times he doesn't. Like, he picks his shot selection. He could throw at any point because he's in that distance, but he picks his shot selection in the spot so well. He'll remain in a good position until you make a mistake.
Oh my!
Oh, this fight is getting kind of good, but even though Dustin has that boxing, we're in featherweight, so he can't take a punch as well, Cyrus.
Exactly right. Little bit more dehydrated to make weight in this weight class. Looking good when he goes forward, though. Combinations are flying. Dan Ige hits the mat. And an up kick of doom keeps him in it, Jay. Doesn't look like Dan Ige going to stop anytime soon, though.
Yeah, but that Dustin Poirier power is something with them boxing combinations. You don't want to be near him, Humble.
No, you don't want to be near him. He said,
Oh,
he gets it again. Beautiful. Where did this come from? Jesus Christ.
Oh, my. This is like a storm. You got to survive right now.
They get respect. That's how you get respect.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Zero stamina allows him to get the takedown. Good denial on the first turn, of course. But Dan Ige now on the mat. Uses the half guard transition to switch the position. Of course, Dustin quite dangerous down here as well, though, Humble. The rubber guard can be brutal if he's able to secure it.
Yeah, he's got a good sort of jiu-jitsu game. So especially good guard game, which he gets the rubber guard right there. Be interesting to see, because I don't know whether he's got an up sort of posture. He does. We'll find out if he blocked it. He did. Now he's going to get some free elbows. Tries to block a transition. He gets the block as well. Dangerous.
Those elbows hurt him from the bottom. It's slicing him from the bottom.
Gets out.
It's one of my favorite things to do, bro. When you're up against a wrestler and you've got that rubber guard, get them in it, punish them with that elbow, make them worried about these positions in future, because that head held, it does add up. And when Dustin's on the feet now and he has those power in those hands, Jay, he lets that go. It ain't going to take too many to test the chin of Dan Ige coming into the second round.
Yeah, but I love them elbows from bottom. You just see his health blinking, him slicing him open. Kind of like real life, Humble.
Yeah, he's good. Like, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Beautiful work. You're in trouble.
Joe Weller for the win. Is it Joe Weller for the win? Well, no, he survives.
And like I said earlier on, he's doing this to a really good competitor. So this, you can tell there's a skill level here from Joe Weller. He's a really good player, and he's shown that right now against C-Rod. He was 2-0 on him. We don't know how those came about, Cyrus, but Cyrus, going into this fight, he had a 100% win record against him.
Yeah, exactly right. So maybe that's going to be playing. So, confidence-wise, sometimes that confidence can go for you or against you. I have to say, though, the way that Joe Weller is fighting here this evening, he's fighting like he knows something that we don't. And my God, is he putting on the pressure. C-Rod having all sorts of difficulties. But from what I hear of this man, he seems like he may have that dog in him, may be looking to mount a late comeback. But Joe Weller has to keep that, kind of keep that concentration out here, Humble. I think that's what it is for him. He's ahead in this one. Just needs to not throw it away.
Yeah, exactly that. And he's doing really well. He's shown different looks. I wasn't sure at the start. And then he just kind of found an opportunity. He waited really well. He did a good job. And C-Rod's still not out of the fight. Similar to what we've seen so far, anyone can come back at any point. These guys are very skilled, and adjustments is the name of the game, J-Dan.
Yeah, but if Joe Weller were to win this, I think this would be better than any win C-Rod got against him, because it's quality, not quantity. He beat him in live competition, in the apex of everything, in Primetime MMA. That negates those other wins.
That's why nobody cares about Izzy's lost his Alex kickboxing, because it's not the same sport, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly. Oh my God, ball counter!
But he said it's not over. C-Rod, C-Rod.
Oh my God, can he come back? We said
it'll come back. C-Rod come back.
Kick.
Hold on, is it over?
Both of them just told in the faces like, don't hit me.
Don't hit me. All of them got that guard up, because now the damage is becoming equal.
Yeah, the respect is mutual as well, Cyrus.
Yeah, for sure, man. Both of these guys know that they're living life on the edge right now. It's only going to take a strong gust of wind to knock the other out. It's all down to these next 50 seconds. I can't imagine we make it into the third, honestly, bro. They've been so hurt. They've been finding the shots perfectly. Is Dustin still ahead, though?
I don't know, but this is the thing.
I don't know. I just know for one.
Yeah, this is now it's a technical battle. So we've had like a big moment from Dustin in one first round, a big moment from Ige right in that round, and now essentially it's a battle of stamina, making the guy make a mistake. Because now they've got the respect. Now they're trying to fight on the outside here, Dan, and use setups and actually try and fight each other like they both know what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Man, I had doubts that this would make it to the next round, but we're here. Somebody getting finished, and I feel like it's going to be at the beginning of this round, too.
Great fight, great technical. This is like, we've had all sorts of different sort of fights, Cyrus.
Yeah, for sure, bro. It's been a sensational little run of fights. It's continuing up the Primetime Guarantee, strong on Primetime 94. These guys are building one hell of a set of performances ahead of Primetime 100, which isn't too far away now, but my God, I like Joe Weller, for a guy I've never seen before. Similar to the last fight, you know, these guys coming out and they're really putting on great performances, making sure that even if you didn't know their name coming into it, you're gonna remember it after Primetime 94. Look at that, bro!
Nice. Oh, it's over! It's over, Dustin. It's not over.
See what survives.
It's not over.
How he survives, Jay, but he does survive. Gets thrown, gets back to his feet. Beautiful underhook control right there. Gets back to his feet, makes him miss. And Seaward now looking for his chance. This could be 1-1. It could be 1-1, so he might just need a knockdown back, you know.
Oh, he may get it.
Right.
Oh, this is a great fight. This is a...
Oh, Seaward.
Oh, what would Dustin do? I know Dustin won it back in blood.
Double leg, trying to mix it up with the denial there for C-Rod. Couple of knees and the uppercut follows. Humble, I see a late mounting offense from C-Rod, but looks like Dustin Poirier is still willing to trade in that pocket. Having a bit of difficulties with the range though.
Yeah, you can see C-Rod kind of making better reads as well. I don't know why. Sometimes he gets better when he gets hurt and stuff. So, you know, Joe Weller trying to be cautious right now. And he knows he can walk into something just like he just did. They've got the respect again in this round. It's a kind of a 50-50 round, but I do believe Joe Weller knocked him down, J-Dime, and C-Rod only got a stun.
I really have to see. I got to see the scorecards. I got to see the stats because it's just all-out war. This could be going any way right now.
Yeah, exactly right. I think if you're in the corner coming into this third one, you're telling your guy, you need this round by every means necessary. You do not want to go to the judges. They are the most accurate part of the game in how wildly inconsistent they are. And honestly, with the way that these guys are fighting, I don't think that the judges were ever part of the thought process. Another takedown here from Joe Weller as he gets it, Jay. Straight into full guard, and you know, obviously not a lot of stamina though from either guy, which could set up submissions, but also could set up a nice easy finish if you can get a denial or two in.
Yeah,
but
that.
oh, he's up.
Beautiful work. Goes back to the jab. J-Dan trying to control the distance, and he's back in the center of the octagon. 50 seconds left from these guys. I don't know who's winning it. It's all or nothing. We don't usually get decisions in these sorts of fights. I do understand it. Yeah. We're going to see some hands getting thrown right now, Jay.
Yeah. Don't leave it in the judge's hands because I don't know what's going on right now. So y'all better all-out war this next 20 seconds. Bite down on your mouthpiece and brawl.
The final 30 seconds are normally all-out action in every single fight. These guys obviously have such a mutual respect. They are so injured. But a couple of big exchanges to close out this one.
Oh. That's great.
That was a knockout right there if he committed.
Yeah. Why would you pull that punch, bro? Why would you pull that punch? But no, look, it was a fun fight. Our first decision of this evening, but these guys truly went tooth and nail every single step of the way. The upkick of doom. Once again, saving more lives than seatbelts here this evening. The amount of times it kept them in this fight, allowed them to continue, was something else. But all three judges go 29-28 as he skips forward, and we see Joe Weller getting his hand raised.
Joe Weller with the victory.
I think Seaward did well, but Joe Weller came out of nowhere. And I felt like at the start of the fight, he held a bit back, Cyrus, and then he just kind of unloaded. Once he got going, that's when we found out the real Joe Weller.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. And look, that might have been just the pressure of the moment, bro. You know what it is when you get on those live cards? You want to know you're not only undefeated, and you do not want to lose that, of course. You're also in a position where, you know, basically you're performing for the first time under this promotion on a live event, and of course he didn't want to be pushed back to the unaired side of things there, Jay. So to come out like that and put on such a sensational performance, I feel like is a credit to him. And me personally, bro, I'm interested to see what he can do in the future.
Yeah, even though C-Rod lost, that wasn't a bad performance. He showcased his skill set too. It was just a banger of a fight, and no one should be ashamed of that.
Exactly right. Exactly right. And look, these fights, they have set an incredible pace, so I know that these two next guys are just getting their stream set up. We'll have a couple of moments before we get right into that one. But B-Fat Trixie is up next. Former champion, has had a bit of a rough time here in this season. 4-3 is his current record under this banner. He is ranked number 14th, Jay, And he is going up against Webo, who is 16th in the division, 2-1. This one is in middleweight. It's odd to see Trixie this far down in the card, but you know that this is probably kind of going to be extra motivation for him to reclaim some of that former glory.
Yeah, it brings me to this question. Has Trixie lost it? Because he was known as the GOAT of Primetime for a very long time. He still is the GOAT of Primetime, but he's been on a skid lately. He's been getting, excuse my language, he's been getting his ass whooped lately. So we'll see, does Trixie still have it anymore? Or have these new bloods, the new school, surpassed him, Cyrus?
Yeah, exactly, bro. We're going to have to find out, in these performances, it's what it's all about, bro. You're only as good as your last one, of course. I will never, ever count out the one and only Trixie. He earned the emote in the server. He had incredible runs under this banner, and I expect him to return to that former glory at some point in the relatively near future. Will it be here this evening is the question. Of course, Webo is an absolute sensation on this game. He has been a grappling force that has been running through the division. Of course, Trixie has a really deep and diverse kind of skill set. He has all of the tools to meet him on the ground there, J-Dime. But what Webo's been doing to people down there so far has kind of made me think that, Trixie's kind of love of the striking may come to bite him in the butt a little bit if he hasn't been working on that ground game as much as you need to fight somebody like Webo.
And I'm ready. I'm just ready to see some action. I'm ready to see some fighting right now.
Yes, sir. I'm getting word from the back. Hopefully they will be ready to go. I know that... okay, so that's fine. So, sorry. Just going to get word to the back right now. These guys just waiting for their stream to go live unless the wrong guy is streaming, of course. But as we take a couple of seconds here, Jay, we may as well have a little look forward to the next one. I have seen the chat going wild in the last couple of fights as a number of supporters have come across what, from what I would imagine, is probably his TikTok, but there is a lot of anticipation for the return here this evening of Naz. Of course, former champion will be fighting at the head of the prelims, featured fight here this evening on the prelims. He is going up against a very, very dangerous opponent indeed. It's going to be a very fun one, of course. DB Noble has been making one hell of a run. He's currently undefeated, so Noble's 2-0 right now. He's been looking great on the feet, lighting people up left and right, and I know that you have seen it as well. Naz is not afraid to throw hands, bro. That pull and rip to the body that he does has set more people on the mat than I care to count.
Here's the thing. If Noble is able to pull this off, that'd be a great feat because Nas come with a following, and Nas is a really good name, but it won't be easy because Nas is. Take away his following. Nas is elite in this game.
Yeah, truly, bro, truly. He has, like I said, done it really all at this point. He's been Primetime champion on a couple of occasions. Wow. What am I doing here? Sorry, bear with me one moment, guys. What we're going to do, I do apologize for this. We're going to take a very, very quick intermission as I get an update on the back on what's happening with the next one. We will not take too long, quite literally 60 seconds or so, and then we will be back to conclude, the prelim section of this card, getting into the main event craziness that we expect here at Primetime 94. Until then, give us just a couple of moments. We'll be right back. And we are back, Primetime 94. Apologize for the short delays. Myself and J Dime here with you for the moment. Mr. Humbleding joining us very, very shortly. There has been a late change to this card. It will no longer be BFAP Trixie. Of course, he has unfortunately had some delays and will not be able to make it here this evening, J Dime. But stepping in his place is his teammate, a man that has many, many knockouts on his resume. Has been very highly ranked here in Primetime MMA, and I believe former champion as well. It is the one and only Jakey B stepping in there to take on No Holds Barred up against Webbo. Oh,
Here we go.
yes, sir. Here we go against Sean Strickland again for a second time here this evening. This time up against Kevin Holland, though. Webbo's been doing a lot of grappling, so it's interesting to see him pick somebody like, somebody like Holland, who traditionally does it more on the feet. It doesn't utilize that jiu-jitsu too often.
Yeah, but it's not about the wand. It's the wizard that's wielding the wand. So it's who's holding that controller. Yeah. If he's a wrestler, he's a wrestler. It don't matter who he's using, Cyrus. It's him.
No, exactly right, bro. You are absolutely right. We will see what he's able to do with it. Of course, it's one of those things, right, where, like you say, it is the player behind the sticks. Yeah. I think it's a difficult one for him in either event, though, because let's be honest, Jakey has been sensational on this game period. He was a guy that was a grappler through and through, has been working on the hand. So everything I said about Trixie, and about maybe now not working on the ground game as much, could apply to Jakey as well. But if I know Jakey, he has not been slacking, bro, at all in the grappling. As you can see, he was able to deny the takedown, gets one of his own, and now finds himself in half guard. Scratch that side control early, bro.
Oh, no, he said, get up. I'm not gonna lie. Me personally, I don't care how much I respect someone. If I have them in side control, they're going to be in side control. I'm not getting up. That's a dominant position, Cyrus.
No, it is, bro. It is. Honestly, I think that might just be a lot of confidence from Jakey. He's been feeling very good on his feet right now. But, oh, my God, and that's why it's a problem.
Oh, my God.
Spin, Beyblade.
Oh, my.
Webbo got a hope in him here, Jay. He's got a hope in him.
You know why this is happening to Jakey right now? Because he had too much respect that he got up. That's why that's happening.
See in the background we have Mr. Humbledink with us as well, so we'll be bringing him back onto the camera very, very shortly. Bro, this is actually crazy. Genuinely, it is a bit of a madness right now. The way that these guys are fighting, Webbo pulling out all sorts of unorthodox strikes, to say the least.
Ooh. Oh, hey, he threw that death kick twice already. He really hates him. If you throw that death kick, you hate a human being.
You ain't wrong, bro. You ain't wrong.
Oh my!
Honestly, he literally went Beyblade, let them rip. That's what he went. That's what he went.
Yeah, I didn't see elbows, knees, death kicks. Like, there's some real animosity towards him because I would never play like this unless I really hate somebody.
Well, Webbo's he's all about that win, bro. He don't give a shit.
By any means.
Bro, he's not here to be popular. He's here to get goddamn W's by any means necessary. Ripping to that body, keeping Jakey B on his toes. Loving what I'm seeing, bro. Loving what I'm seeing.
Yeah, but I think Jakey's trying to weather the storm. That's what he's doing, because look at the stamina difference. He really got to weather the storm and all this flashy stuff. It takes stamina, Cyrus.
It does, bro. It really does. Another nice little double leg denied, though.
More stamina gone.
Yeah, for sure.
More.
I mean, he's kind of turning into a chocolate Dell out here, is Jakey B. Throwing those hands, letting those kicks fly as well, but that wrestling is all in pure defense. And as you can see, it's giving Webbo all sorts of problems, other than that spin kick.
Another death kick. How many? I'm telling you, but that's more stamina wasted. All Jakey B has to do for this round is really survive and weather the storm, because it's a game of inches. So once he get his moment, he got a stamina advantage, so his punch is gonna hurt a little more than his right now.
Woo! Pull, elbow lands. Goddamn, Jakey's looking clean, bro. For a guy that wasn't fighting 5 minutes ago, he's come in here looking as warm as ever. But what we're gonna do now, quickly, we're gonna bring Mr. Humbleding back into the booth for the second and third rounds. I know he's gonna be excited for this one. Welcome back, Mr. Humbleding. Welcome back, brother.
Oh my God.
I was always here. I just sat here for the fight. Sorry about the issues that we have, guys, but we're back now, and it's been a fantastic fight. The death kicks, though, and count, I think we've got 5 so far. These guys are wasting.
Why are they touching gloves? I'm not touching on gloves that try to play me like that.
They don't care. Death kick's allowed.
I don't care what's allowed, Humble. It's right and wrong. Like, it don't matter if it's allowed.
Maybe they asked each other at the start, are we throwing death kicks? And
Only one can throw them.
Look, in order for there to be heroes in this cage, there has to be villains, and Webo right now is trying to paint himself just as that. He is a villain in this octagon. He will do absolutely anything he needs to get that W, and quite honestly, I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. Look, you need a W.
Another one.
And he's
There
gonna
we
keep
go. We
throwing
got
them, bro.
another
He's
death
gonna
kick.
keep throwing it, Jay.
I just want one of them to land. One of them going to land. It's going to start a lot of ruckus.
One sidestep though, he gets knocked out, so he's got to be careful.
Yeah, but you can throw him chest to chest. That's the thing. You can throw a death kick out of nowhere. But yeah, he's wasting a lot of stamina by the way he played. That's more stamina wasted again, Humble. Oh, and they got it.
JKB just being calm at the moment. He can't be controlled for long periods of time on the ground though. He's got to kind of have some offense as well. Maybe he's going to wait till the last couple of minutes, but he's got to kind of have a bit more offense than, because if he gets control for 2 minutes, you know, whose round is it? We don't know.
Yeah, no, exactly right. And I am absolutely fucking blown away with it. This guy has just worked so hard for the last 8 minutes to get that fight to the mat, only to stand back up and throw a death kick. I mean, look, it's pick your poison. He picked his poison, and right now JTB has given him all he can handle. Absolutely death in that octagon. Webo made a mistake, in my opinion, separating. I know the referee was likely going to do it anyway at some point, but to get up and to allow JKB to go back to what was going so goddamn well, Humble, letting those hands fly. Beautiful, beautiful finish. Offered up on a plate come the midpoint of that second round.
A really mature and high IQ performance from JKB as well. We've seen him come out and like destroy people in 13 seconds, J Dama. This one was slightly different. He warmed into the fight, got himself going, and his defense was his biggest offense in this one.
Yeah, he had to weather that storm. He couldn't get into an ego battle and start fighting how he fought. He just waited it out and then waited till his moment appeared, and then he struck, Cyrus.
He did, bro. Killer instinct, absolute laser focus throughout the entirety of that fight. He knew that Webo was coming with a grapple-heavy routine. Although he has the skills in the bag to, kind of enter into that world and to exchange in some good back and forth, he decided to go complete and utter Chuck Liddell. Anti-grapple, set up those hands. Ultimately, the striking was too much, and JKB walks away with another important victory here this evening, not only for himself, but for his team. Great to see that guy back in the cage. Looking forward to seeing what he can do in the near future. It does set us up, though, of course, for what people are heralding as the people's main event, as there has been a lot of support coming across for this man. Of course, we are having the return of Naz, trying to rise back up those rankings and get back into the title picture. But of course, right now, I have to say, Humble, he's up against a dangerous man. DB Noble is on a killing spree, undefeated currently under Primetime in this season, and he is looking to continue that here this evening with some striking excellence, as he has been known to do. But of course, difficult when you're up against the absolute kind of let's be honest, Counter King in Naz, he's got absolutely sensational counters. The way he rips to the body, the way he's been able to light people up on the feet, and then of course that grappling that goes along with it. These guys are really going to have to test each other everywhere in this fight.
Yeah, I think like when I think of UFC 4 and I think of esports competitors and who's had massive influence on the community, one of them was Ed Parker, and I think the trendsetters, they set sort of a trend with Conor. He set it with Conor McGregor and set certain shots in UFC 2 and 1 and 3. And kind of in 4 as well, but Naz is kind of the guy in UFC 4 that's been doing the similar thing with the trend setting with Conor McGregor on his TikTok, essentially. J Diamond, he's caused a bit of a stir as well, just like sort of Ed Parker did in the day.
Yeah, here's the thing. Naz has built up this following. It's almost like the people's main event right now. He's built up this following, but the problem is it doesn't work if you can't fight. That's what makes Naz really good, because he can fight. That's the thing. He's good at the game.
Yes, sir. There's actually a lot of bets going in at the moment. Those betting lines are open as we go into the first round.
Let me see these betting lines. This betting line's 100-0 right now.
Yeah, 100% Naz currently. Of course, the DB boys, I'm sure, will be putting some support on Noble very, very shortly. But starting this one out, Naz has actually gone Bruce goddamn Lee, trying to be Walker out here, Humble. But of course, that's going to be easier said than done. Jimmy Riviera is absolutely a tank in this weight class. Overhands and double legs like nobody else.
Do you want to know an interesting fact? Bruce Lee's the most viewed person on UFC gaming sort of platform on TV. That's crazy, isn't it?
How do you know
Bruce
that?
Lee. Yeah, Bruce. I've searched it. Bruce Lee.
But what made you search that? Like this?
I wanted to find out analytics, so I thought I searched it. But it is like that's a crazy fact. Bruce Lee gets more views than anyone.
Oh, he can't get into this game with Nas because Nas want to throw them slip counters to the body, and once you get stuck in that game with him, it's over. You kind of have to wait it out and wait till he pre-slips, Cyrus.
Yeah, exactly right. Oh my god, the head kick just kind of, I don't know.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee just being water out there, bro. He ate it, must have rolled with it something, but look, I'm interested. I'm really interested to see how this pans out because Naz is like a true gamer. He really is. He's a tactician in there. So if he's going Bruce Lee, I imagine he's got something in store. Unless he was just underestimating what Noble brings to the cage. I'm not too sure. But I want to kind of err on the side that this guy's been working on something with Bruce Lee because it is a bold pick, Humble. It's a bold pick.
But he's good as well. He's got a lot of kind of nifty moves. Like he's got his own kind of jab, and he closes the distance with that jab as well. If you learn how to use him really well, he's got all them death kicks as well that you see. So someone like Naz with Bruce Lee is dangerous, So you got to be careful. 4-star Jimmy Rivera as well. I don't think he's too dangerous compared to Bruce Lee. I think that's kind of an even matchup. If not, I'd favor Bruce Lee.
Hey, I agree, but listen to this. It's not a jab, it's a back fist that's Bruce Lee's throwing. Yeah, but this is tricky, especially with someone like Nas, because it really doesn't matter if you're using Bruce Lee. It's the person holding the controller in top mount. You could use CM Punk, but it depends on who's holding that controller, Cyrus.
Exactly right, bro. Exactly right. I'm being told by the man in the back, Doctor, that Bruce Lee actually has the Zabit trip as well. He has the Oshogari trip. That's
Hold on. Does he?
apparently
Why?
so, bro. Apparently so. He didn't need it to get here, but Naz is absolutely brutalizing him on the ground. Of course, Bruce Lee, true practitioner of mixed martial arts, one of the originators of it. He has been working on that ground game, and it is paying off here this evening as Naz continues to rain down ground and pound.
Yeah, he did
Why?
Fist of Fury. You know what I mean?
Oh my! But why does he have that Humble? No, I don't agree. There's no way he
If
actually.
you watch Fist of Fury, then you come back and go, that's why.
I've watched. Yeah, but oh my! They just give people stuff, man. They just give people moves they shouldn't have. That's my problem here.
Nah.
And I'm a Bruce Lee fan too.
Bruce Lee made that shit up, bro. He invented it.
Yeah, he's the one who invented the flavor. That's what you telling me.
Yeah.
I want Khabib to have death kicks. I'm just saying.
No, you don't. You do not want no Khabib to have no death kick.
Can you imagine?
I can't imagine that. Like him going for a death kick.
I mean, at least axe kicks and tornado kicks. Like, what? Definitely those, right? Definitely those.
And if DC's got him,
Yes, true, bro.
He said it. Sheesh.
Goddamn. Bruce Lee invented water from Matrix in the chat. You are absolutely right, brother. He did. Thank him for the sustenance. Going into this one, though, second round is at hand. Naz trying to work some grappling, but some intelligent grappling from Noble, working his way after that caught kick up to the cage. And not able to get the takedown. Here, Jay, not able to get that takedown.
Yeah, but if you're Noble, what adjustment do you make here, Humble?
I'm not quite sure. Like, you gotta disrupt him, right? Naz does really well when he can fight at his range, when he can pick and kind of choose the ranges he fights at. And
Oh my god!
Oh man!
He's been working on something all right. He was working on that right there. Set it up beautifully. Feinted that outside kick. Went with the inside rip to the head. Roundhouse to the moon. True kicking right there, Humble. You know as well as I do, brother. You kick through that target, and he separated that head from the shoulders. Absolute decapitation in the cage.
Yeah, he pressed the button and he entered the Dragon Jedi, and it threw two beautiful timed head kicks. One to kind of feint it, the second one landed clean and puts him out cold. But it was literally like a 30-second display of combinations right there.
Yeah, it was a very clean performance. And I was about to say Chad Mendes, and Jimmy Rivera got stuck throwing them straight shots, and then he was ducking, going under, and throwing them slip body shots. He never made that adjustment, and Nas kept taking advantage of that, Cyrus.
He did. Like I said, Naz is a gamer, bro. Like, that guy is a gamer. He makes reads. You know, he truly does make great adjustments in that cage. Noble was looking good in very, very large pockets of that fight, but Naz, when he finds an opening, he's gonna take that shit and ram it home, bro. Like he did just there. That kick was absolutely picture perfect, and I'm sure a lot of his supporters gonna be very happy getting those points back from those bets. Beautiful set of fights throughout the early prelims, all the way through the prelims leading up to that featured bout right there. Of course, we now have absolute killers goddamn row set ahead of us. A number of fights left on this main card, of course, highlighted by the main and co-main event, both title fights. Before we set up on this one, of course, we had a beautiful little promo made for us by the one and only Mr. Humbledink. We're going to skip back across to that for anybody that missed it at the beginning of the show. We will be back with you within 2 minutes to continue the pure savagery that Primetime brings. Not happy about the fact that he has not been able to secure that Primetime gold. He believes he's the best that comes to the PlayStation division. Goat and Smudger, these guys have met before. There's a lot of heat between them. These guys don't like each other. And Smudger was in the chat during the fight and now after the fight saying, Dead, I'm waiting for you, boy.
Well, he doesn't have long to wait, Cyrus, because they'll be fighting next Saturday as the Primetime main event for the PlayStation Championship. And the question is Goat ready for the pound-for-pound king in Smudger?
The lightweight on the line, pound for pound number 1 on the line. Let's do it.
Smudger is an animal, and Goat's going to have his hands full this fight. Smudger has every record in the history books. Goat doing everything he can to try and get in Smudger's head. He says he's beaten before in other competitions. He calls himself the Smudger Killer. This is a firefight between two people that do not like each other. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you stick around, because this one's going to be a barn burner. It is over.
NM Smudger does it again.
Smudger versus Goat, Primetime 94, and it starts right now.
Different style. You can't bring me down. I'm here to stay.
And we are back. Primetime 94. The action continues. Joining me in the commentary booth for this non-stop action is the ever-prolific J-Dime TV, and of course my friend and yours, Mr. Humbledink. God damn it, guys. These fights have already kicked off with one hell of a start. They have been killers non-stop throughout these prelims, but the main card is upon us, Humble, and my God, is it about to heat up even more, bro.
It is, and look at that main event in Smudger versus B3 Goat. You just seen it here down the promo right there. There's heat between these two guys. Hence the kid in the background. You know, the fire is burning between these two, and Goat wants his first championship, and the pound for pound king, as we mentioned, is going to try and stop him from taking that.
Yeah, and it's a tough task for Goat to win this match, because Smudger has been the man, but Goat is no slouch, and Goat has been at this stage before. Like, he's lost to Smudger before, so we'll see what adjustments he'll make from there. Because remember, when he first fought for a title, he said he has a blueprint. Maybe he's made some adjustments to that blueprint, Humble.
Yeah, definitely. He was boasting about kind of beating him in other leagues as well, and saying that he is the Smudger Killer. So it'll be interesting to see how Smudger takes that. There's no love lost between them two. But then we have our co-main event, Cyrus. It is the Xbox Championship. It is the newly crowned EK Fonty versus the #1 contender in KM Winter. Winter's been impressive on his run. Fonty getting a huge opportunity, as we mentioned earlier, taking the opportunity, seizing the moment, and now he's champion defending his belt.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly right. Look, the one thing I'll say, right, about going into this one, Smudger has been getting more and more heated against those opponents kind of eating up to this one. GOAT is somebody that he wants to come out and truly put a spectacular performance on. But I was mentioning this to both of you actually coming into this event before we went live. GOAT is now training with the B3 boys. He was always an absolute dominating force on the mat, but of course Smudger has fantastic anti-grappling. With the adjustments that he's made on the feet, I truly feel like that might be a key difference in this fight and may allow it to be hyper competitive. Maybe GOAT's best opportunity to get this belt basically for the first time. But Smudger, like I said, has seemed so motivated throughout this entire process. It's going to be a hard uphill battle, but GOAT believes he's ready for it. And of course, there's not too many fights left to go here before we get to that main event, and of course the testing time ahead for both competitors. The next one up, I believe there's a little bit of an adjustment. Of course, the first fight here on the prelims, we have on the graphic Pabst up against Driz. From what I'm hearing, Pabst unfortunately has been stuck in transit and has not been able to make it here this evening, so I'm just waiting on the link for the next one and the update on the opponent. The one I've got at the moment, I know the guys can hear us of course in the truck. It does not work. Mr. Body Hook, whoever this is, it's currently showing offline, so if we can get an update on that, that would be ideal. But as we take a couple of seconds, Jay, I will just... I
got something to say before we start. All right, listen, so shout out to Renato Moicano. He's in the chat right now. I was in his stream the other day too. Moicano's actually in this chat right now, so shout out to him. That's what I wanted to say.
Hell yes. Renato Moicano, brother. Absolute savage in that cage. Pleasure to have him in the chat. Oos is absolutely right, my man. Look, UFC 4 action. Hopefully, have we got any weight classes left? I hope somebody goes Renato Moicano now. That would be nice, bro.
That's money Moicano right there.
Yes, sir, bro. Hopefully, the Primetime guys show a lot of love here, humble, for a legend coming through in the chat for sure.
100%. We have a few UFC guys who support us in this community, like Randy Brown and Renato Moicano. Now, hopefully, a player as well in the future. Hopefully, he can get going in prime time. We can commentate one of his fights. That's what I want to see. Someone pick that man up and teach him. One of the best guys in the world. Pick that man up and teach him as soon as you can.
Yeah,
we would be interested. It would help us out and help the community grow if we had UFC fighters playing this game.
Yeah, like Terrence McKinney came through, bro. That was a massive one, fighting up against JTB a little while ago. Absolutely sensational. Would be a pleasure, of course. Still waiting, getting a little update now, sorry, here it is. Yeah, okay, so that makes sense.
Before we go ahead of those, Cyrus, while you're loading them up, I just want to quickly run through this card because we've got Professor Potato versus CVJ Dime. I know that's an interesting fight that you're interested in. That's going to be a hell of a fight.
I'm very interested in that because they're former teammates. We've seen CV fight him on his way up to the title too. So they know each other very well, and I feel like Professor Potato could make the right adjustments to win this fight, but it won't be easy.
100%.
I will jump in. You are right, Humble. I know you were about to say it, brother. We are ready to go, my man. It looks like we are having Pirate Kip stepping back into the cage. Of course, anybody that knows Pirate Kip has been around the scene for quite some time, Humble. He is truly a absolute fucking demon on the feet, bro. It's good to see him back in there. He's not always the easiest to deal with. He occasionally has some problems outside and inside of the cage, but he believes that he has brought all of that to bear, and of course on their short notice wants to capitalize on a performance up against Driz, who is a real player in the Xbox division right now.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. You took the words out of my mouth. He is a real player. He's one of the top contenders, constantly up there challenging the best guys. And when you're around the best guys, when you're fighting and kind of training and getting a taste of that, you're only going to get better, J Diamond. That's what Driz is doing. Go to defend his spot right now, though.
Yeah, and Pirate Kip is no slouch either. And I want to see this matchup in real life. This is an interesting matchup. Dustin Poirier versus Volk at lightweight.
Yeah, I like that fight.
It is a fun one, bro. It is a fun one. Dustin is obviously fantastic in this weight. But as we saw, I mean, Volkanovski absolutely game no matter what weight class he's in. That guy has technical abilities and some physical advantages that he really, really uses very, very well. Getting an early takedown on Dustin Poirier could be absolutely vital in this one. Although he does have to be careful, Humble, because as we saw earlier on, Dustin has that rubber guard, of course, and has some sneaky ground and pound and submissions if he decides to, kind of work them in to his game here this evening.
Yeah, definitely. For all the guys who kind of still playing this game, still getting used to it, you see that bar at the top above the time. That is what they're trying to build right there. They're trying to tap each other and kind of get that bar up. That makes their transitions a bit easier, J Diamond. That's what he was doing, building his grappling advantage.
Yeah. And in real life, do you think Dustin will be a sub threat against Volkanovski? Never mind, he don't have to be. Never mind. He doesn't have to be.
Not with hands like those, brother. Like
Hand of stone.
He does, man. Especially in this weight class, man. He's not dehydrating himself to get down. He is truly performing at his best. Standing really close, though, it didn't look like there was as much of a height disadvantage as you'd think. Volkanovski has a sneaky reach, though, Humble. And, you know, let's be honest, guy also hits very, very hard. So if Driz is able to work his way back into the game, he could have, you know, some good time with the grappling mixed in, and I think that is key. I think the grappling is absolutely a must to keep him in this fight up against somebody like Pirate Kip, who is a rangy and technical striker.
And that's what these guys have got to do. They've got to break some sort of UFC characteristics and the traits down of each character they're kind of using and use that character to the best of its ability. And if you think about Dustin Poirier in real life, he's a durability, really good resilience boxer who puts combinations in flurries. That's what he does really well. We have seen him break on the ground to people like Khabib and some other people as well, like Korean Zombie in the past. So it is best to take him down, Cyrus.
Yeah, exactly right. And I mean, look, ultimately, you want to tax that cardio, right? If you're Volkanovski, this man is an engine in the cage. He does not get tired. He is truly, truly a workhorse. So take it here, work him down, make it, soften up that hard exterior of Dustin Poirier, kind of chip away at him over the early rounds. You, of course, have a full 15, to kind of get your game done out here, Jay. And as you can see, as time is stacking up, it's looking better and better for Driz, who is looking like a different man on the mat.
Listen to me. Volkanovski, I know he makes drastic improvements, but if he's able to hold Dustin like this in side control, he's a perfect fighter. He can't move right now. He is stuck. He is in prison right now, guys.
Yeah, he's trapped. He's just kind of trying not to take damage. He's give up some stamina for it. Cleverly goes to a good position and gets a few big shots off.
Oh, he walked over him too. Ooh, I like that.
It's sick. It's a sick animation that they should do more stuff like that.
Yeah.
But here we go. What a round that was, I believe. Volkanovski might have ended the round a bit better, but when it was on the feet, Pirate Kip did really well. So you've got to be wary of the sort of striking and take it down early. Good choice.
Yeah, honestly, this is absolutely a must for Driz. He clearly has an advantage down here, and on the feet, like I said, Pirate Kip is low-key one of the better strikers that you will find on this game, period. So you don't want to stand there for too long with him. Driz, being an absolute tactician here this evening, working his ground game perfectly, just technically proficient every step of the way, J-Dime. But once again, he has to keep all of his ducks in line. He has to keep, on his P's and Q's, because otherwise, as we've seen in the past, Dustin will make mincemeat of you, given the opportunity.
Yeah, but Driz figured out a long time ago he can hold him at side control. So if I'm Dustin, I'm timing an uppercut again because he feels like he can take you down at will at this point and hold you, Humble.
Yeah, you heard you right there because he's through the uppercut. Nice work. You can see Driz kind of circling now. He's going to try and pick his opportunity, do a takedown, gets a turn and takedown again, gets a side control, and that's the third time he has got the same takedown, Cyrus. That's a mistake on Driz's behalf.
100%. 100%. Like, Driz is killing it with these, right? And he's being relentless with the takedowns. But one thing I will say about Pirate Kip, everything I've spoken about on the feet, how controlled he looks on the feet, it does seem to come apart when he gets taken down. You can see that it frustrates him. He doesn't like the grappling world. He wants to do, paint his masterpiece on the feet.
My God.
And like like you're reacting there, Jay, you're absolutely right to. When it hits the mat, Driz is a fucking menace, bro. He's putting his hands on you. He's trying to punch through that face. And as you can see, lights out transition denial in these top mount positions.
I don't know how many times he's been denied. This fight.
Here we go. Start armbar, he's trapping
this may be over.
Get his knee underneath him. And
this may be over. This
spin here to the bicep.
Okay.
Looking good, bro. Looking fantastic. Volkanovski been working on his jits. Absolutely love it. Can he secure it up? It's close, brother. Jay, I think he may be getting this.
Oh, this is close. This is close.
He's gonna get the blue bar at the top to do it. Can he do it right now? Because he's about to get the escape.
Is he about to get out? This match may be over. It's over.
It's so close.
It's not. It's not over. It's not over.
Oh my god. That was
By the skin of his teeth, he got out. Oh, but
Loving it, brother.
escaping Alcatraz right there. That was the closest sort of slippery escape that you're going to see on this game. Beautiful work from both guys right there.
Yeah, absolutely down to the wire. Pirate Kip had to dig deep to survive that one. Able to deny now, and this may be him refocused, but the front kick fucking lands right on that chin.
I'm gonna tell you what's the problem here. His hand's gonna open up now because Dustin hasn't denied a takedown. It seemed like he's been taking out the same takedown landed in side control about 5 times.
Oh my god!
Oh, nice work.
Straight lead overhand. The knee as well. I mean, Driz looking like he came sufficiently motivated, regardless of the opponent here this evening, Humble. You've got to remember, he took this on short notice, and you've got to tip your hat to that right there, because, of course, it's difficult when you've been preparing for one man and another steps in that cage very, very, kind of close to the walkout time. But he's turning up, looking absolutely phenomenal here this evening.
Oh, he denied it. He denied a takedown.
Exactly. That's exactly what you need to do. But that was the same one, Jay Dan. That was a straight takedown. Every time he goes to the turn and takedown.
Oh.
The best takedown right there.
Yeah, that's better than a takedown.
The knockdown. Nice work. Goes back to the jab again. Good movement from Driz. Driz is kind of, I was going to say, timing his shot. Oh, he gets the spear.
Oh, and guess where he's at again? Side control. Now we're in crucifix.
Even worse for him, brother. Those elbows maybe finishing the fight.
Hey, this match close to over. It's almost good as done. It's good as done, fellas. It's over.
Absolutely sensational. Massive victory for Driz here this evening, answering the call, taking the fight, or taking the new opponent on short notice, as we get a massive raid coming through for Now You Tap. What a goddamn name. I've already linked it in the chat. Make sure to show some love, Primetime, to this man right here. Thank you for coming through. We appreciate the support. If you're joining the channel, you are joining at the right time, Humble. Joining at the goddamn right time. We are heating up in the main card, and of course, the action is continuing to level up fight after fight.
100%. Welcome to Primetime if you are new. This is the elite UFC division, essentially, Jay Dan. We put on the most fantastic fights every single week. We have about a 98% finish rate in all of our competitions, and we just seen one right there.
I have something to say about that. About that finish rate. We'd have close to 100 if Dino didn't exist. Yeah. Yes, I'm talking to you. Yes, I'm talking to you specifically.
Oh, that's brilliant, bro. But I have to say, though, I think Dino took that to heart, because I know something was said about that recently, and he's come out and he has looked like a killer recently. He's been doing it on the feet. I think that's why we saw Conor McGregor last time out of Dino. No lie. But look, a fun-ass fight here this evening. Once again, Driz making the necessary adjustments and being able to do so on such short notice. Even more respect needs to be given to that man right there. But of course, it moves us on to the next fight, the second fight of the main card, Mr. Humbleding. It is going to be between B-Fat Kante, 3-1 in the Xbox division, currently ranked number 7, going up against Anime Expert, an undefeated prospect in the Xbox division, 2-0. I know I've seen him in the chat talking a lot of game, saying that he wants that title opportunity soon, and of course going 3-0 this early in the season could be giving him a very, very good case to do just that.
Yeah, exactly. You just got to make yourself undeniable. That's how you get a title shot. You make yourself undeniable, and we see people do that every single week and get their opportunity and seize that moment. That's what you've got to do. Just want to say before we get into this one, Jordan, as well. I haven't said his name now.
Golly.
You said Jay, please help us out.
Another Moicano?
Ain't
not a Moicano? Like, golly.
I apologize. I was going to say we'll raid you later on. If he's going to watch party later on, we'll raid him, Cyrus, and give him that, help him. So we'll go to him later on. But we're seeing Volk for the first time. We're going to see him a few times tonight, Jaydan.
I'm still stuck on how you said his name.
I badgered that one up.
Yeah, it's all right, bro. Like I said, it is the night of fumbles. I started it off, brother, so it is what it is.
That's so funny.
Touching up, though, in this first round, we are going to go straight to it, J-Dime. Anime Expert with the Conor McGregor pick. Letting those hands fly, testing the chin of the Volkanovski pick from Kante.
As great as Volkanovski is, and I think he's the best featherweight on his game now, like he's ridiculous. Conor can still counter him.
Yeah, power just beats everything on this game. It's just the way the game's kind of set up.
Yeah.
Well, I'm loving
That's
the
one thing.
pace. These guys start out very quickly. I don't know who is streaming this, but whoever it is playing with zero sound. That is some psycho level stuff.
Oh, that's crazy.
not
How
even-
do you know
not-
you're getting punched?
Not even the sound of impact. You know what I mean? I understand turning the crowd off. Maybe you're fighting in the apex or something like that, but not even the sound of the shots landing, brother. That is American
That's an
Psycho.
insane human being.
He plays in the dark room, man. He just plays, that's psycho stuff.
Only plays
Nice work so far,
blindfolded.
though.
Only plays blindfolded. Like, you know.
He likes to feel his opponent. Nice work with the jab though. There, he's doing well with his combinations. He's controlling the distance so far with his jab and kind of firing combinations when he feels comfortable picking his shots, which is really doing well. I feel like Volk needs to do something to take control of this fight. Something related to maybe a takedown, leg kick, something that he's really good at.
On that point, really quickly, Volkanovski, Kante, is part of that BFAP camp, and if you don't know, they are built for ankle picking, so he needs to get that going, although the hands are letting fly right now, J-Dime. Although that's good for Volk, I don't know if it's going to be intelligent to stay on the feet too long with this corner.
I don't know. This is the mythical creature known as Orthodox Connor fighting right now.
Yeah, he's got a good switch stance though, so he can kind of fight from both.
It's 90, right?
I don't know. I think it was 90 something.
No, it's 9. It's no higher than 90 though.
It's okay. 90. But that's okay. You can fight from both stances. Some people prefer it as well, Jay.
But you don't want to see Connor just sit here in Orthodox.
Some people can't fight in southpaw though.
Oh,
You should be able to fight in both stances. This game been out for damn near 3 years, okay?
Well, as we continue to heat up in this first round, a minute 20 left on the clock. Shout out to our partners in ESFL Gaming coming through with a raid after their WWE stream. We appreciate the support here this evening, guys. All the follows, the raids, everything else has been absolutely sensational. Hopefully, you are enjoying the action just as much as we are here at home. Honestly, it's hard not to. If you love mixed martial arts, if you love gaming, here, Humble, these guys are giving us all we can handle and some, as they're putting it all on the line for absolute virtual esporting glory, trying to get those names tagged off and climb those rankings. Anime trying to go 3-0.
Hey guys, I take back what I said because there's certain shots you get when you switch stances that you don't get out of southpaw.
Yeah, exactly that. Like I like to fight this stance with Conor McGregor, but it's only Conor, so I can fight both. But just the way he fights, it doesn't really matter, J-Dam. He talks about his power. It transcends.
It transcends everything.
Transcends through the switch stance, So Conor McGregor is just dangerous with his hands. I feel like Volk needs to do something that takes Conor out of his element, out of his zone. And at the moment, he's not quite doing that. And that's where his adjustments have got to come, Cyrus. He's got to make this his fight rather than Conor McGregor's.
Absolutely. The grappling is honestly, a must. It's just an absolute must up against Conor McGregor in this weight class, especially. It looks like Kante maybe getting a little frustrated trying to show the Beyblade out there with the spin. You can see Anime Expert looking sensational, but that back fist, goddamn lands.
Wait, is it over?
Still goes, still going. It's over.
It's over.
It's over.
It's over.
Bro. I don't even know what to frickin' say. On an absolute dime that fight changed. Just, he showed the Beyblade, right? He showed the spinning elbow, and then he went spinning back fist. That shit connected like nothing other, Humble. And there, Kante gets his hand raised after what was looking like a surgical performance by Anime Expert up until that point.
Yeah, that was just like, that we see all this in PT all the time, J-Dime. The competitors are so good. It's all one missed opportunity. That's all anybody needs to win these fights.
Yeah. That but like Conor looked good. Like this whole fight, he looked good, and then next thing you know, Volk's on top of him.
Oh, Jay sounds so sad.
Like, I like Conor.
Look, Conor had to go out one way or another in that, at some point, and it looked like Kante. I honestly, just take this back. I am still kind of like purely shocked by the way that Kante was getting lit up until that point. I don't know what happened, what the corner advice was, what led him to that point in the fight, but he was getting the fucking brakes beat off him, and then he just kind of, like I said, he showed the Beyblade, and it's like it intimidated his opponent. It made him step off for a second, and then that bloody back fist came in short order, and Kante, like I said, killer instinct followed up with brutal ground and pound. But my God, we are burning through these fights like nothing else, Humble. It sets us up for Professor Potato up against the absolute man, or like I like to call him, the truth, CV, who is hot on the tracks of rising through those rankings. He has to go through Professor Potato here this evening, another very, very worthy challenger. But I've been hearing from CV quite a lot that this man is motivated, unlike nothing else, to get back at that primetime gold.
100%. Professor Potato, J-Dime. You know, we love his name. We love what he's done so far in PT this season. He got his title shot. He's had a taste of that sort of title opportunity now. And now he's up against a really tough guy, because CV's been nothing short of spectacular in every single match he's had in CV so far. Even the title fight he lost against Smudger, which we know he wants back.
Here's the thing when it comes to CV, right? He's only had one loss since he's been in PT, which was to Smudger, which is the crazy thing. And he didn't even look bad in that fight. Smudger's just, you know, he's Smudger. But everyone else, he's looked almost unstoppable against.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, bro, I'm really, really kind of worried for both guys in this fight, to be honest with you. This is one of the ones where one guy's going to look fantastic and the other guy's going to get run through. I just feel like one way or another's going to happen. CV's gone with the Wonder Boy pick. A rangy kind of kickboxing style, which it's really, really good for CV. Let's be honest with you. He's one of the more tactical, kind of cerebral fighters out here, Humble. But Professor Potato does kind of bring that madness and has a good grappling game to go with it.
If he has it, If he has it, he has to use it, especially against Wonder Boy. Because to me, in welterweight, I struggle with Wonder Boy more than even some grapplers because of the footwork, because of all of that. It's really tricky, Humble.
He's doing okay at the moment, though.
Yes.
I'm striking with him. He's just, the problem is with CV is he's notoriously known for losing that first round. So we know he takes rounds off. You know, it's a 3-round fight, so he's got to be careful. But he makes his reads in that first round and then comes out second round a different fighter almost. Or at the end of the first round, that's when he gets going. So that's where he's got to be careful. You know, I'd just try and win the round and try and win another one. That's the way I'd play CV Cyrus. But it's a dangerous game what he does.
Truly it is. Oh my god, he is really, really using that head movement well, getting off the line of the jab of Bilal Muhammad, who uses that jab so well in real life, and of course you have to use it as he does in the game. Of course, sets up everything behind it, the boxing combination and the takedowns. But CV just absolutely elusive and lights out takedown defense, Jay, as he denies another ankle pick.
Yeah, the thing is, Bilal has to cut off the cage, but Professor Potato has to, because I'm not gonna lie, the way CV fight, the way Wonder Boy fight, kind of fits him.
Yeah, true. It really does. It's a perfect pick for him. Like Wonder Boy, Izzy, all those styles, right? He just utilize anybody that's really, really a truly technical striker. It's going to match the way that CV likes to fight, and as you can see right now, defensively sound every step of the way. Lands the uppercut, brutal body rip as well. He has Professor Potato on his skates right now, marching forward in a flurry, but still hurt and dazed, Humble.
That's where, like I said, at the end of the rounds, he explodes. It's like he knows what he wants to do. He's read the book almost. He just tries to read his opponent, make quick reads, and then eventually kind of capitalize on them as soon as he can. He just doesn't throw for the sake of throwing, essentially, J-Dime. He's throwing to hurt his opponent, as we've seen already.
Yeah, he doesn't like to waste movement. And sometimes I feel like if you're Professor Potato, you have to mess up CV rhythm. You have to always be throwing something. But you can't be careless with it, because he'll use that against you and use that stamina management too, Cyrus.
Exactly right, bro. Exactly right. I have to say there are adjustments coming from Professor Potato, but have a beautiful set of head movement and combinations to follow. I have to say CV, he's not called the truth for no reason out here, Humble. This guy is the goddamn truth. He is sensational on the feet, and he is technically proficient in the grappling as well, able to, kind of thwart the attempts of a grappler, and then just sets up his striking beautifully, working that range. I have to say, Bilal's going to really have to do something different in this round, bro. He needs to mix something up, because right now it's the CV show.
Yeah, definitely. He avoided 80% of his opponent's significant strikes in that one. And
there we go. There we go, Bilal. That's where you want to be. Make him uncomfortable.
Yeah, I was going to say, Jay, as well, like, he hasn't tried to clinch. You know, like the clinch is a good way to kind of land strikes off, disrupt your opponent, and also get takedowns if you can't just shoot. But he does eventually shoot and manages to blindside CV.
Nice.
Interesting to see how long he can stay on top.
Yeah. Because this key now, right? This is what he's been working for. If he's not able to get work done here, that's going to play a mental effect on him as well, J-Dime, because of course he's not having much luck on the feet.
There we go.
This is his domain, brother, and he's doing well.
And he doesn't have a get up either. So this is Wonder Boy doesn't want to be here.
CV take a bit of a barrage of punches right there. Smudge will be looking at this closely. We know what he's like. Cyrus, he watches his opponents, he studies these guys, he kind of knows what to expect. He'll be watching this right now and kind of taking some notes.
Straight.
Everything I was saying a little bit earlier on about being a gamer, about Naz, it truly does also apply here this evening and every other evening for that matter with CV. This man very, very rarely takes a step wrong, always taking the right steps bit by bit. He works towards a finish, but as you can see, PP, Professor Potato, this man came ready and believing in his skill sets. When he's hit the mat, it's been a bit of a different story. But CV does get back to the feet now, Humble. And this is, of course, back in his world. Although he does rip it to the mat.
Man,
Yeah.
I've never seen Wonder Boy attempt this in my life.
I've seen CV attempt it though, and CV's very good at kind of grappling, so you know he'll try to take any advantage he can get, including trying to equal out what just happened in the last 2 minutes. I do believe he could get back to his feet and probably do really well, but the way he kind of fights on the feet is more evasive, so it probably would be more beneficial now to just try and kind of dominate on top for 2 minutes, see if he can get some ground and pound off. Here we go.
Nice. I mean, some good blocks, but also some good shots being landed. CV, like you say, trying to just impose his will here this evening, cancel out what had happened earlier on in this round. I'm surprised he didn't separate, to be honest with you, because he was doing so much better on the feet, but maybe it's a part of the mental game, just saying, look, anything you can do, I can do better. And right now, he's doing that shit real well.
Yeah, he wants to prove a point. Now I think grappling him may have had the opposite effect that it should have.
It's the problem with these good guys, like some of them are so good everywhere. They just beat you up when they get on top. With Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, literally just injecting himself with Khabib.
Wonder Boy would be a perfect fighter if he could do this.
Yeah.
Man, imagine he did this performance.
Oh my God.
Like in Neil Magnius.
Oh my God.
CV, the truth, brother, the truth. Absolutely coming into the end of that round, looking phenomenal. Almost TKO in Bilal on the mat. Scenes that you did not expect to see at the beginning of the hour, but here we find ourselves as they match in the third and final round on the feet. The head kick lands, Humble.
It was sneaky. He switched stance and then threw it immediately as well, and it was just like, it was almost like Stephen Wonderboy took control right there.
Yeah.
Beautiful work from CV. Goes to the head again, trying to throw the up kicks, things that come down the middle. Doesn't quite catch that, lands a body kick. He's a lot more active in this round, J-Dime. He's a bit more, I think he's a bit more respectful now of the game of Professor Potato, even though he kind of had a good end of that round. He realised that Professor Potato can win some minutes if he wants to.
You got to keep in mind, they know each other too. These are former teammates too, Humble.
Okay.
And you know, CV fought Professor Potato as one of his first fights in PT on his way up too.
Did he really? I did not know
Yeah.
that.
Who won
That's,
that fight? Well,
CV, because CV has only lost to Smudgers.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, I think CV's literally only lost once, hasn't he? In the
Yes,
entire
that's
run,
literally
yeah.
the only time.
That's last season as well, so this season it hasn't undefeated so far. I want to continue that. He won't want any blemishes on his record this year. Cyrus, we'll see how he does, but he needs to get past that. Beautiful work. He'll be looking for a big finish.
Pitching a 100 here this evening. He is absolutely lightning in a bottle when he's performing like this. Cannot take a step wrong. Shot after shot continue to connect with Bilal. Frustration on the face of Bilal Muhammad as he's trying to press forward. Missing big shots, Jay. Almost walking on to the deathly finish from Thompson.
The thing is, Bilal got to almost go for broke because in my book, he's down by a lot right now.
Look at CV, he's trying to be evasive and stuff, right? CV's got to be careful, he doesn't want to do too much. Doesn't want to leave himself in a big position just for a short finish. But he's got to be very careful and realise that Professor Potato is still dangerous. I think he's looking for like a big shot, but Bilal gets him down. 1 minute 40 seconds. What can he do? It's going to have to be speed grappling.
Yeah.
Up.
Really has
He has to
to
somehow get the top mount.
Yeah,
He has to somehow get the top mount.
And this is the thing though, Jay, right? Because obviously CV is so goddamn good on the mat, he can't rush these positions. I mean, if he does, he's just going to get reversed, but he has no choice.
He don't have a
literally
choice.
has no choice.
He has to do something right now.
This is like the best position for CV to be in.
Yeah,
If I'm CV and I'm winning the fight, like I'm winning 2-1 at least. You know, you're on top of me doing nothing. It's like, okay. At least I get a decision if I don't get up. Like, that's how you.
Ooh, and he's not going to give up that top mount anymore either. That, and he's reversing it.
Great. I don't know what he was doing right there, checking those. Just checking the stats. You're behind. You're behind. Like you need to finish. Like if you're in the corner, Bilal, right now, you need to finish.
And there's not enough seconds to armbar. You can't armbar someone in 10 seconds.
Well, as we approach the end of the third round, before we hit the judges' scorecards, if you're new to Primetime MMA, make sure to hit that follow button. And of course, join the Discord link that will be placed in the Twitch chat very, very shortly. Everybody welcome. The best will rise to the top. And once again, we're about to see who the winner is here. 30-27, of course, by your winner, of course, by CV. The goddamn truth, Humble. The truth.
It was a good performance. Typical CV sort of kind of form. I thought we could get a knockout. Doesn't really need one though. He's 3-0 right now. Potentially puts himself up there for a #1 contender spot. We know the beef. We know the history with Smudger. So it all depends on what happens tonight as well. There's a lot going on in front of these guys. So that'll kind of set us up for next week. But CV is definitely in the running for being considered.
Yes,
Man.
It's hard not when you go 3-0, Jay. It's hard when you go 3-0 to deny that man for too long. He's definitely on that rise, and with the built-in storyline, I feel like it makes sense sooner rather than later.
Listen to me. CV can beat everyone that's not his Alex Pereira, which is Smudger. That's the one guy he has to overcome. It's like he can beat everyone else on the PlayStation roster, but Smudger.
Yeah, that's the one that matters, brother. And
Yeah,
of course,
that's the one that
will
matters.
Smudger even be there, brother? That's the question, because of course Goat would say otherwise. Goat trying to accomplish the dethroning of the reigning champion here this evening, but this mixed martial arts game is a crazy space, especially in the virtual side of it. And next up, we are actually seeing an old veteran return to the cage for the second time. MK Crusader, also known as the Pug, going up against Assassinino War. These guys both undefeated, Humble, 2-0 on the side of Pug, or Crusader as he is now known, and 1-0 on the side of Assassinino War. I'm just going to call this man War. I feel like this one's a fun one, but from what I hear, they can do it everywhere.
Yeah, it's Assassin War, but it's essentially this guy is an absolute beast. This is going to be my stamp for pick for most underrated card fight of the night, and I expect it to be potential fight of the night as well. These two are fantastic competitors on the PlayStation side, and they're going to put a show in right now. Jaydan.
Yeah, and Pug. Why is Pug named Crusader right now?
Well, people change their names up, and I ain't gonna lie,
hate that.
Bugs the shit out of me, bro. Cause somebody, right? Somebody's got a name, bro. Like I've wanted to change my name from Cyrus, but like I would be mad to do it now.
Me
was
too, yeah. Why would I do that? I kill all my brand, all my stuff, everything I've done for the last 5 years. Any sort of streaming, any YouTube, you just effed it all up. Unless I want to disappear.
Yeah, but that's like change your name to Brian. Like, my name not Jada, my name Brian now.
Well, it's your real name, to be fair, Brian, so, you know.
Okay.
Definitely a Brian. I'm joking, bro, I'm joking. Pug out here, going with Marvin Vittori. He, of course, has a very relentless grappling pressure and likes to really kind of put it on the feet as well, with volume. But War seems to try to take more of a tactical approach, but gets double-legged early. That's not great for War, but of course fantastic for Pug.
He's on top of kind of going for a better position, doesn't get it. He tried to go to mount straight across to build his grappling advantage, and now he's getting taking his back. And we know Rockhold's actually quite good once he's on top of you or got a good position, so you got to be careful. He's got some submission ability.
Yeah, my bad, Cyrus, but I want to know a question. I want to know this one thing. How was Luke Rockhold fighting? He got his teeth punched out last week.
He's going to show less quick than he did that last time, bro. You know, like
He wanted out of there.
He did. I can't say I blame him too much, but it is BKFC, bro. If you ever seen that thing, their faces look like mincemeat after every single fight. So, but either way, quick recovery, quick turnaround. He's now able to utilize the full tools that he brings to the mixed martial, you know, to a fight game essentially. Both brilliant technical kickboxing and absolutely dominating top control. Looking good with those body kicks as well, Jay, as he continues to try and target the stamina of Pug.
Yeah, I think that Pug needs to block. I'm not saying block break. He needs to be in Rockhold's face because Luke Rockhold has an 85 recovery. One stun, and it seems like he can't recover anymore, Humble.
Yeah, exactly that. It's more to do with, I think, there's certain fighters in the UFC and in real life where is if they get their confidence broken, they get the confidence broken, you'll never see them come back. As Biz being knocked out Luke Rockhold, we've never seen a Rockhold similar. When Darren Till got knocked out by Masvidal, we never seen him come back to his full ability. And that's just confidence. Confidence is a huge sort of attribute to have.
Yeah, I mean, in a game that is, quite honestly, has the narrowest of margins in mixed martial arts, the variables are so high, you need to be 100% on your game, and that hesitation could cause a fractional delay that allows your opponent to land before you. And as you can see right now, I mean, when a war is going first, he is able to just tag up Pug, and basically has been able to keep him at bay through absolute blistering combinations, making him second guess, you know, his step forward. You can see he's planting, throwing, but hitting air at the moment.
Yeah, you said a lot and you was correct on all of that. But you was correct on all of it too. But I really respect this Luke Rockhold pick because me personally, on the main card, I'm not picking Luke Rockhold on any circumstances, Humble. Oh,
and here we go. Right now.
Yeah, here we go.
Coming forward.
Yeah.
End of the round.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Good round for both guys. Luke Rockhold got caught at the end of the round, and I do believe if he didn't get caught at the end of the round, I think he wins the round. Because he got caught, it throws a spanner in the works. Now we don't know who's winning that round.
Very, very true, man. Stuns and knockdowns play a massive part in the eyes of the judges, of course. They are the most kind of big and impactful moments of the round. Going into the second one, of course, still anybody's game. A potential almost 10 minutes left on the clock, but Pug looking like he's mixing it up here, Jay. Pouring on the pressure, being first, going in his favor.
Yeah, that's important. He has to go first because you don't want your opponent to dictate the pace, Humble.
You don't. You want time to take over, and he's doing a good job of trying to take over the pace, though. Blocks the takedown, starts to get some knees off, and I feel like Vettori is just kind of taking over. As you said, J-Dam, he's starting to take over the fight, and he can't quite catch his rhythm, Assassin.
Man, all I'm saying is Marvin Vettori get one more stunt, and maybe all she wrote. I just don't rate that 85 recovery very well, bro. I think the match is over. He get dropped one time, Cyrus.
Yeah, exactly right, bro. Exactly right. He is more than just a glass cannon, but when he throws those hands,
this
that
is
cannon
Prime
bangs,
Luke.
bro.
Prime Luke. He don't care about your 97 chin. It doesn't mean nothing.
Yeah, that 97 chin is no match for his 100 hands as he continues to land those combinations. But the chin is continuing to be tested. It's standing up to the test of time right now. But of course, the accumulation of shots from Marvin Vettori will eventually reach a tipping point.
Nice one. Comes through with the jab. You are right. There is a tipping point where Luke's not going to be able to take that too much. He's trying to find an opportunity right now. I like what Assassin's doing. He's kind of, I'm not saying he's winning.
Oh!
He's definitely not winning. How did that not land? But he's trying to time it, right? He's trying to pick his opportunity, trying to find a kind of moment, and it's not quite playing out for him. But at least he's not rushing in. He's getting caught though. Pugs keeps catching him, and he's got to do something quickly, otherwise it's all over, Jay.
Yeah, but Luke doesn't look that bad to me. This look better than Luke looked in his past. I don't know how many fights. Even though he may get knocked out, this is still the best Luke I've seen in a while.
Oh man, very relentless.
It is. Pug is really starting to put it on him. Everything that we were saying he needed to do in the first round is absolutely what he is doing come the second round. And I feel like you were bang on the money, J-Time, when you said it. You know, confidence is a big factor, right, in this one. And getting that stun towards the end of the first obviously kind of lit a fire under his ass, and he has come into this next round looking like a man possessed, pouring on the pressure and doing some really good work.
Yeah, your ability means nothing if you don't have confidence. Because Darren Till ability isn't the reason why he loses now. It's really his confidence. Once you lose that confidence, it's tough to be the same fighter, no matter if you have the ability or not, because you don't believe you have that ability no more.
Exactly, and we're seeing sort of showcasing that the characteristics of Luke Rockhold coming through for Assassin not being the greatest pick for him so far. Goes for around about 5 seconds left. I'm not going to get excited about that one, but for me, that's a clear cut round. Luke Rockhold needs to do something from him. We know, like, he got knocked out by what? Yo Romero, Jans Blakovic. Who else we got? We got Mike Perry beat him up. Michael Bisping knocked him out. So, you know, imagine being the best in the world and then getting knocked out. It can't feel nice. 3 or 4 times in a row.
Of course, man. It's one of those things, man, where the world must, you know, feel like it's been pulled out from underneath you, but ultimately, he still has the tools to be a champion. You know, in this game, especially in this fight, especially has the opportunity to come back into this one. But the Pug stamina looking a little bit worse for wear. But with only 5 minutes left on the clock, he can probably go balls to the wall and still get his hand raised too. Never mind.
Luke Rockhold said, "I am still in my prime." He just keeps leaning back. Oh my goodness! But he could have kneed him to the body. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's moving like that. He could have threw a knee to the body.
Nice work, pulls back again, and I'm expecting Luke Rockhold to
Oh
start
my.
using his
Luke!
Oh man, he's been powering up, Cyrus. Look at all that stamina he's got. He's reserved it. He's still, don't talk about my stamina. And when that third round came out, he's like, I'm going to win this one now.
Yeah,
Just prime Luke.
Prime Luke for sure, bro. See, Assassinino War starting to land those combinations, all coming from the straight. He's feinted that single leg a few times, continues to change angles on Vittori, but gets caught with the straight.
His chin gonna let him down. Oh, it's not.
Nice work. Luke Rockhold starting to press.
That chin is gonna let him down like it always does.
He's got to watch the stamina. It's a real thing, Cyrus. A couple of shots to the body, and he could be in the same position Luke's been in a few times.
Yeah, for sure. If Pug gets him hurt again, he will throw that overhand, and it maybe lights out. But as you can see, War is still in this one, landing the head kick, trying to find that sniper shot to end the show.
Great third round so far, J-Dan.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
nice.
But his chin may let him down, Humble.
Yeah, he's still hanging in. He doesn't have a beard, but he would have helped. I'd grow a beard if I was Luke.
Yeah, he need to grow like a crazy beard. Just spend some years growing a beard. Like, it may help his chin a little bit.
Slap league tactic.
Oh my goodness! Don't start with the slap league. Oh my gosh.
They're good beards though, cushions the blow, you know what I mean? It's similar to the UFC Eagle Cyrus.
Oh my, this may be
it's
Rockhold absolutely lights out, gets a boot to the face from the referee as well as he tries to separate the action. Hopefully he survives that one, because it was a pretty brutal one as the Pug gets his hand raised here this evening. This man has been motivated, has been very, very happy to make it back to the main card, and he didn't want to be ushered back to the prelims or the honor ed here, Humble, so he was able to dig deep and get his hand raised in a very, very vital fight for himself.
You're making him sound like Cinderella, Cyrus, you know, you got him locked away and we're going to let him out into the ball one arm, but, you know, Pug's like, no, we're going to stay at the ball for the next one. Cinderella does well, and Pug comes out victorious, as we've been saying, because has a great opportunity now in the future.
It was a fun fight, bro. I have to give both of these guys credit. They both truly delivered. Back and forth, both grappling and striking. Going into that one, it was actually 19-19 on 2 judges' scorecards. It would have been it was a majority draw going into that third and final round. So obviously Pug was able to do the leveling up, the necessary adjustments, and as a result is the man that finds himself with his hand raised here this evening. It moves us on very, very swiftly, of course, to Ali 10, who is 3-1, up against KM Caliber, who is 3-1. These guys ranked number 3 and 5th respectively in the Xbox division, J-Dime. It's going to be a fun fight for the ages. Featherweight is the weight class And, now, of course, we get these 5-star picks, so don't be surprised if we see these guys start to mix it up and go some of the different characters that you have. There's a lot to pick from in featherweight.
There's very lot to pick from. You got Conor McGregor, Volkanovski, Max, Arnold, Yair. There's let me just read. Brian Ortega, Zabik. There's just so many of them to pick here. Yeah. Oh, and I forgot to say too, in lightweight,
Moicano, bro, we gotta check it out there. Moicano's out there. I'd love to see it, but I think we're seeing a Dustin.
Cub Swanson, Moicano, maybe that could be fun. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah, I gotta talk about.
They've already picked the fights, though, haven't they? They already picked the fighters because they have to ban someone, so they already do it already. So this is already pre-selected.
I mean, we'd allow them to go Moicano, bro.
Just featherweight, not lightweight. All right.
But Dan Ige, Dustin Poirier for the second time here this evening. Like I said, Dan Ige is becoming a more popular pick.
I know.
Isn't it weird though that these two have no restrictions and they've picked two sort of low-level guys in that division?
Yeah, I think people get tricked into it with Caliber because he's always like no ban and I'm gonna go a 4-star guy, but it's because he plays with 4-star guys and he's like trying to taunt you into doing it because he's more comfortable with it. I feel like that's the thing. I could be wrong though.
It's gonna be a good fight.
That could be true.
This is gonna be a good fight too, because Ali, like I said, he kind of appeared out of nowhere and just seemed like this really good fighter. And Caliber has been here forever. But with that being said, did y'all see what the UFC accidentally did in the lightweight division with the update?
Nope.
They accidentally buffed lightweight Gilbert instead of welterweight one, and now he's one of the top fighters in lightweight. He has better welterweight right now.
That's interesting. That's funny as well. Jesus Christ, the UFC crazy. They're crazy. We love them. We've got a love-hate relationship with them essentially, Cyrus. But beautiful work to get the takedown right there, and it looks like Ali's going to try and do some ground and pound, maybe a pass. Gets his back taken.
Yes, sir. Well, obviously this is a very, very good spot for Caliber to be. He does like to fully utilize the array of mixed martial arts that he has at his disposal, and of course when it hits the mat, his grappling is quite honestly one of the more domineering in the Xbox division. Able to ride out to half guard Ali, staying pretty sound out here, Jay, but of course not where he wants to be with 2 minutes 40 left on the clock.
Should get reversal.
Never mind. He going reverse position. He heard you. That was not where he wanted to be, so he reversed position. This is where he wanted to be, humble.
Yeah, these two kind of roll back.
Never mind.
Off on the ground. I was going to say there's no kind of real sort of standout sort of game plan from these two at the moment. They're kind of just rolling around like they're fighting in a bedroom. Cyrus, as brothers.
As brothers.
As brothers. No,
I see what you mean.
You're
just constantly going around like these. I feel like I need to see something a bit more dominant from either Caliber or Ali. If it's not working on the ground, you might have to stand up and try and put something on someone, because at the moment it's going back and forth.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. I will say that those elbows from the bottom, they're sneaky good. It's going to be hard to get Caliber off you. He utilizes grapple advantage so well that given an opportunity, he will advance very, very easily, just like that. But Ali, I feel like doing some of the right stuff, Jay. He's staying pretty defensively sound, not eating too much whilst in these positions.
Yeah, they're both denying each other. No one's taking damage, but the problem is he's the one on bottom, so he's obviously the one losing.
Yeah, exactly that. And obviously it doesn't matter with when they're striking, because no one's damaging each other. Neither of the strikes from either guy at the moment are doing any damage unless they posture up. But the grappling advantage, the sort of top control, is going to the other person. So when a fight is close, the next statistic from damage is control, Cyrus, and that's why the other guy wins.
Exactly right. Look, a big first round for Caliber. Let's be straight up. There's no, way to shake it other than that. Caliber got 2 minutes 38 top control against 7 minutes from, of course, his opponent. Going into the second round, the fight does start standing, but as I've said in the past, Caliber can do it everywhere. So it's a pick your poison sort of thing. Ali has done great work on the feet in the past, and he needs to get to that here this evening, Humble, because otherwise Caliber may start to run away with it.
Yeah, exactly that. And you can't let Caliber kind of get 2 rounds up, because then you're chasing. Caliber's going to try his best to press the action with Danny He's got him against the fence again. Ali has the ability, Jay Dime, to come back in this fight and land a big combination, but we need to see it. We need to see it early.
Yeah, you're right. And I always think about this. Why is this matchup so common in featherweight in prime time? Danny Ige versus Dustin. This is one of the most common matchups.
It is becoming one of the more common matchups for sure, bro. Lovely little sidestep there from Caliber. Does not get the result that he was hoping for or intending. But as you can see, Ali is much more game on the feet here, Humble. He's landing some good shots and he's making Caliber work for everything.
Yeah, exactly that. And I have a bit of a theory on why we see fights like this a bit more. That's because our philosophy, our gaming forces people to play with 4-star characters throughout the season. So people have to try people who've not tried before. And when they try them, you might like them, you know. So eventually they stick to those guys going into the big cards because they're used to them now. Because I'm blaming Primetime, sorry.
No, 100%. Look, ultimately, like you say, 4-star on the prelims, 5-star available on the main card. But of course, finishes equals extra points, brother, and those ever important steps forward in the ranking. So these guys are trying to go, highlight real fighters, people who have a real high, chance of getting finishes. And both of these guys are just that. They have many finishes on their resume, hands and submissions. And as you can see, they're leaving it all in the cage. Big front kick lands, Jay, for Dustin Poirier.
Yeah, I see why we get this matchup a lot. This is always a good fight when we get these two.
Nice work. Both of them kind of going back to the center again now, and I'm liking what I'm seeing from Caliber though, Jay. Like what Caliber's doing so far has been really nice with Danny Ige. Poirier's got to take a bit more control of the fight, but it's tough against Caliber. Caliber catches you with sneaky combinations.
Yeah, you said it best. Caliber, before he got whooped, we were saying this is the best Caliber we've ever seen, and that was just a few weeks ago. So this is still the same guy who's tough to fight right now, Cyrus.
Yeah, no, exactly, bro. He was on one of the best runs we've ever seen from him, putting together, I think it was 9 straight fights with what were dominating performances. And it was through stuff like this, being very tricky in every element of mixed martial arts, mounting a great offense on the feet and utilizing grappling to really kind of keep his opponents from knowing what he's going to do next. And look at that jab, Humble. I mean, he's just been in his face. He gets separation and the head kick gets blasted.
Yeah, he's a beautiful work, kind of keeping the pressure on his opponent there with that jab. Beautiful work here, though, from Ali as he tries to land some ground pound. It does get some off. Caliber blocks most of it, but a few sneak through right there, Jay Diamond. Caught Caliber clean.
Yeah. That was a great round. That's Caliber's round. Yeah. That's a great...
Caliber's 2-0.
Yeah.
2-0
so now, it's time. He got to have this smart, educated pressure. With Dustin, he got to bite down on his mouthpiece right now.
Exactly right. And going into the third one, you can see that there's absolutely zero kind of tentativeness from either one of these guys as they continue to throw shots. Almost in a phone booth to start out this round.
Yeah, we're all at it tonight, Cyrus. We're all at it.
The Knights of Fumbles, bro.
Knights of Fumbles. Yeah, these two are been going at it in that phone booth, as you mentioned. And I like Caliber's kind of gameness as well. It reminds me a bit of a Max Holloway sort of character here, because he's stood in the pocket. He's not shooting for a takedown yet. He's kind of like, okay, come on, let's fight. He's throwing it down with Ali at the moment. And Ali, anything can happen. He's put himself in danger.
Ooh.
Nice.
At least he's getting punched, but he's trying to make something happen because obviously he needs to do something right now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, Eddie Alvarez sort of style, right? Bring out the doggy, kind of let those hands fly, get in your opponent's cage, force them to make a goddamn mistake, because Caliber isn't going to make a mistake of his own accord out here, Humble.
Yeah, exactly that. And, you know, he's trying to bring out the dog, Cyrus, as you said, and it's just... I don't feel like Caliber is fighting the best game plan on this round. I think like he's letting his opponent potentially get back in the fight. If he hits him and knocks him down, he could get a finish. You know, Caliber's cleanly 2-0.
Ooh.
Gotta be a bit more careful.
But he wants to finish, though. I was about to say he wants to... yeah. Here we go. Prime time guarantee.
Beautiful, beautiful work from KM Caliber. one of the head honchos over at KM and has been leading the way for them for some time, able to make all of the adjustments necessary here this evening, coming up an incredibly game opponent and new blood in the promotion in Ali. Obviously a tough test for him here this evening, Jay, but we know we're going to see Ali back better than ever. Of course, that guy has looked phenomenal up until this stage, and I feel like showed kind of a good account of himself here this evening in what was a very, very difficult fight.
Man, he fought against a former champ. There's no shame in losing, but he got to go back to the drawing board and see exactly what he did wrong and make some changes from there.
Yeah, studying that fight's only going to help him. Some losses more you need them, Cyrus. Some of them are better. You know, Mighty Mouse, the legend who's retiring, retired now, I believe. He said it the best when he lost that first fight in 1FC. He said, "I needed that. That's only gonna make me better." So essentially, that guy, you know, he knows, and that's exactly what you've got to do if you've got to go back to the drawing board, because you did get beat by a former champion who was on his game today, to be fair, and he did really, really well.
Honestly, I think it's an important thing to touch upon real quick, right? It's what separates the good from the great, the ability to take lessons from your losses in life. There are no losses, there are only lessons. There are some people who are going to sit there and like, let's talk openly for a second, bitch to holy hell about the things that, you know, didn't go their way, but ultimately the guys who continue to level up are the ones that take accountability for what went wrong in their fights and address it, right, and then make the adjustments. So in mixed martial arts especially, it's ever evolving. To stay ahead of the game, you need to be, you know, honest with yourself and work on the weaker areas to truly round out your game. Ali has done that in the past. I think he's going to do it again. And, I think that's why we see in Primetime MMA so many of these guys continue to level up. It's because it's got a great kind of melting pot of, kind of top-level competitors, Humble, that have really, really kind of propelled themselves to bring the best out of this community. And two guys up next are perfect examples of just that. BFAP Naz Nim up against KM Lilo, two kind of newer guys in the community that have been around for a little while now as well, about a year, right? But they have been putting in great work and have kind of showcased that adjustment, that next level and stepping up of their games over their runs in Primetime MMA.
Yeah, I touched upon Naz Nim last week, it was last week that I touched upon Naz Nim, and I said that last season I kind of felt sorry for Naz Nim, but not in a bad way. Essentially, he went through the last end of the season. He went 2-0 or 3-0, and he finished like the number 16, and obviously didn't get an invite to the Grand Prix. Essentially, nobody dropped out, so he didn't get the next spot. So he missed out by one place, Cyrus. Yeah, he was undefeated last season, and then he's coming to this one, and he's also now 3-0. So in 2 seasons, he's currently got a record of 6-0, and this guy could be potentially fighting for a title next if he has a performance right now.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right, brother. We have got Marab, the absolute workhorse himself, but of course, if he's able to utilize his range correctly, Lilo could make this a very difficult time on the feet. Marab's got that shorter stature, got the grappling, but of course, he has to get inside, and when he's inside, he's letting those hands go, Jay. Those hands are flying, bro.
No, he is, and he has to keep walking Shaw down. Don't give him no space, no room to operate. Kind of what Marab does in real life, too. There we go. That looked like vintage Marab right there, Humble.
Yeah, chain messing at his best, but he didn't need to chain it right there. Put it on immediate effect, and goes to get the... Oh, this is panicky. This is terrible. This could be it, right?
Oh.
Brutal.
That's it, I think. That's it.
The escape was good, bro. He did really well to kind of avoid that there, because the stamina was fucking gone, bro.
I can't believe that Lilo's kind of playing like this. He's gone for the knee bar.
Oh,
this has got to be a wrap. This is a wrap. This is such a strong submission.
And the strikes are thrown.
I think it's the panic, bro. I think Lilo's panicking, right?
What is happening right now?
Oh my God. He can get out. He can get out of this, but it's gonna get close. It's going to get real close.
Get the opportunity. You can't punch him in the head right now. Yeah, this is it. Watch the punches here.
Nah, it's not it. It's not it.
The punches already happened, I think. Bro, he's got it.
Oh, he got it. Hey, that was an easy night at the office. That was a short night at the office too. That was easy work.
Submission of the night. Undeniably only submission we've had, but my God, it would have won it anyway, Humble. Somehow, some way, he comes out and gets it done in one with a submission.
I have to be slightly critical of Lilo, though. Like, Lilo gave him the win. I'm not saying he threw the fight, but I'm saying he made every wrong decision he could possibly
He's
make.
saying he didn't intentionally throw the fight.
No, I don't think he intentionally threw the fight, but I'm saying
Panic,
that he
right?
Just look.
panicked.
He was in panic
Out
mode.
with that, like he played like me right there. You know what I mean? Like, try and get out of it straight away instead of kind of build a grappling advantage. And to his credit, Lilo's better than that, and that's why I'm saying that.
Yeah, I mean, most improved fighter of last year. He has looked sensational, but of course, sometimes, sometimes it's not your night, and tonight he may not have come in prepared, whether it be mentally or otherwise, and, allowed the moment to get to him. And I'm sure that for a young man who has really, really been putting all of the game, all of the areas of mixed martial arts together, that will be a learning experience for him for sure. He has always taken his losses in his stride, and I imagine that will be one that he will definitely have to go back to the drawing board. The Kingsman will be working with him on that, but of course, the BFAT boys get the job done again here this evening, and impressively so, right? It does, however, take us to the last fight of the main card before we approach our co-main and our main event. It is between two absolute savages in the cage who plan on painting a picture here this evening. Beautiful destruction is what is on the menu. And quite honestly, I expect these two guys to leave it all in the cage very, very quickly. It is one of the OGs of the PlayStation division. It is Amazon, 3-1, ranked number 5, going up against MK Dave, undefeated, 3-0. This man gets W here this evening. It's hard to deny this man a shot at that belt next. Let's be straight up. 3-0, potentially 4-0 if he can get through Amazon here this evening. That would be monumental.
Yeah, exactly. There's only other one of a guy, and that's Naznim, who's just won his last fight. So these two guys here are trying to fight for that shot, and you cannot deny it, essentially, if they get a clear finish right now. And it looks like Dave is up on the scorecards, 11-3. It doesn't really matter, J-Time, but I like to look at it. I don't know.
Yeah, it don't matter. It doesn't matter because we done seen people be up 12-1 and
early on.
Hey, we also seen, I still remember this, when Perp beat the dog shit out of Reaper when no one thought he could. I still remember that. Like, the record don't matter.
Yeah, you are right.
Yeah,
There was somebody earlier on who got beat as well, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Look, the bright lights, they change shit, bro. They change shit. Pressure is on. It is all about this performance. You could lose 100 times in the gym. It's about winning that one time in competition. And that's what this is about here this evening. It's about performing when the lights are the brightest. And that is here this evening. Primetime 94, the action continues. These guys meeting in the center of the cage and fighting like they have some serious work to prove.
Fighting like it's a title fight because they have to put on 5 rounds as well. I don't know if that's supposed to be.
No, they think just put a title. That's what they think.
I think they gotta get a finish.
You see the way they fighting? No. But you see the way they fighting? Like, they for sure think this is.
Oh yeah.
But they were saying it was the people's main event, so they may have got it twisted and thought that it was 5 rounds, but they have got 3 to work. 15 is what is scheduled. Early takedown for Usman. Brutal elbows raining down on Amazon's head. Now the crucifix humble. Not looking good, bro.
Yeah. Elbows coming down the face. The confetti comes out on the canvas because the blood starts squirting everywhere. You can see the little droplets right there. Usman doing really well with top heavy pressure. Gets to mount your dime. He's going to have a bit of time to try and get some ground and pound off in mount.
Or we thought.
Oh, we thought.
Back to side control.
Oh my goodness, this is absolutely terrifying. The side control technique on display here this evening, Humble, has been something else. It's been one of the more dominant positions that we have come across, and it's not looking good with so much time left on the clock. Amazon panicking and getting denied left and right.
My.
See this twice in a row now with J-Time, but it's a bit different this one. We see Amazon kind of not panicking, but he's essentially just making mistakes.
Oh my god.
You're going for a get up. What is happening? People drunk. What is going on?
No, people are drunk.
Oh,
man,
my.
It's different when that pressure is on you. It's different. His heart racing.
Pressure.
Oh my god. We see how people react to pressure here.
100%. I'm just expecting a bit more from Amazon. Like, he's a good fighter, he doesn't have to kind of do that, and he's kind of giving some positions, but maybe the elbows and the side control, you give up kind of Cyrus when you feel them.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, look, this guy has been around the block, bro. It's not the first time he's been tested, and it's not the first time he's had to rise through adversity. But truly, I mean, we said it was the night of fumbles, right? We fumbled a couple of times on mic, and these guys kind of somewhat fumbling in that cage, bro. It's not over
worse.
yet, bro.
This is worse.
This is worse, yeah. I mean, I say that. My intro kind of, I fumbled hard, bro. But like outside of that, he's not having a good time here this evening.
He's stuck.
And yeah, it's only looking worse and worse as the seconds tick by.
Yo,
He's creating art on the canvas. It's just like create a little picture up and down the canvas. You know, there's blood everywhere. Van Gogh of the canvas right there, J-Dan.
what do you think Leon should do going into this second round, Humble?
Honestly, I think he should confine his family, get some real advice, and get someone to throw the towel.
The towel? Like, you don't believe he can? Don't believe he can make a comeback from here?
Not if you can't deny them side control, the takedown essentially. Because if you get taken down one more time, you're getting elbowed. He literally cut up both his eye sockets in the same place on both sides of his eyes, right there, Cyrus.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, look, he brutalized his face. I mean, he's basically turned him into a modern art masterpiece out here because he's kind of looking a little bit worse for wear on that face. But like I said, never mind. I was going to say every round is a new story to be written. Gets rocked and dropped early. Looks like he's hunting for the finish.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God!
It is. You in savage mode? Man in savage mode, Jordan.
Oh my!
I'm speechless right now. Amazon, you have nothing to be proud of right now. You should be ashamed. You should go in a parking lot and fight him right now, because that was not Amazon that fought right there. I don't know who that was, but yeah, that was someone else.
Needs a refund, bro. That was bad, man. That's not bad.
Does he fight for a belt next, Cyrus?
I think he is, brother. Like I said, he needed to make a statement. He's now 4-0, and that was a goddamn statement if I've ever seen one.
Is he PlayStation? It's PlayStation.
Yeah, this is PlayStation, brother. It's PlayStation. Yeah.
So this guy's gonna be fighting the PlayStation. Oh, this is interesting because whoever wins that main event this evening is gonna have to fight this guy. And he's dangerous. He is dangerous going in at 4-0.
Mess. I'm nothing to say about that. I'm nothing to say no more
He
about that.
uppercutted him and then like through the overhanded.
But that was a vicious overhand with vicious intent. He was already about to go out.
Yeah, I mean, he was out, bro. That overhand was just for extra sauce, like, and he landed it, like you say, with some serious bad intentions. But I have to say, we are here, my guys. We are here. I was going to say the main event, but it's the co-main event, the first title fight of this evening. The current reigning champion, undisputed EK Fonty, stepping into that cage, trying to defend his belt for the first time, Mr. Humbledink. Going up against another Kingsman in KM Winter, a man that could have potentially fought for it last time around, but didn't, basically. So he had to go out there and earn another one. Got a W under his belt and has now secured himself an opportunity at that gold. You know he's been hungry. You know he's been biting at the bit, and he's going to need to use all of that motivation here this evening to get a W over the champ in EK Fonty.
Yeah, exactly that. And it doesn't matter about the destination, how you got here. It matters that you're here. You know, Fonty sees the moment last week. He sees the opportunity, and he took the belt, and now he's defending it. And he didn't think he probably didn't imagine himself in this position 2 weeks ago or the start of last week, Cyrus, because he wasn't in that position, and all of a sudden, that is exactly the same position that Winter's in. Winter's got an opportunity to kind of seize the belt, take over this division, and lead the charge in this season. New faces coming along and kind of leading the Xbox division. It's stacked. Our division is stacked.
Yeah, exactly, brother. I mean, look, honestly, PlayStation and Xbox are goddamn killing it right now. The competitive levels have never been this high. They only continue to elevate their games. And honestly, I'd take this opportunity as we go into this main event to just explain why that is, Mr. Humbledink, J-Dime TV. It's everybody welcome. The best will rise to the top, fighting your way through the unaired to fight and get an opportunity at this right here, virtual glory, as they try to throw down for that Xbox championship. As you can see, Winter taking the center of the cage, Humble, trying to impose his will on the champion.
Yeah, nice work. He's trying to push the boxing pedigree of Dustin Poirier, and we've got some lateral movement from the champion at the moment in Fonty, and he's doing a good job of kind of standing outside you down, kicking the legs. Good work with Volkanovski.
Yeah, And I like the patience too. It's a 5-round fight. He's making his read, not getting hit with nothing significant, Cyrus.
Yeah, exactly right. Almost doing the Loma approach, right? Kind of almost taking that first round off a little bit, or at least thus far. I feel like it would be an intelligent move if he can be defensively sound, land good shots just like that. EK Fonte, bit leg bit though. I didn't like that. He was looking good, but you gotta be careful overextending on some of those kicks because Winter will switch off those lights.
Oh, nice work from the champion.
Oh,
He gets caught again.
oh,
This could be it.
he got too overzealous, and he may pay for it. He may pay for that.
Yeah, these two are highly dangerous, especially with pull counters. So they've both got to be wary of each other's skills and attributes, and I'm sure they are. But when the nerves are high in that first round, it's sometimes good to kind of just avoid the firefights, kind of treat it like it is a 5-round fight, and kind of not get involved because it could have been lights out for either guy right there.
Yeah, and when it comes to the next UFC and UFC 5, you see how Dustin Poirier's eye is fucked up? They need to make it so you can target the eye, like right eye swelling, like so I can keep punching that eye. That's what they need to do.
It's satisfying, like on Undisputed, when you get a finish by cut. I'm not gonna lie to you, when you target that shit, it's real good. And I would like to see that.
We've digressed with a lot of the stuff we could do in UFC, but they might add some stuff like that in the future. But these two at the moment fight for the Xbox Primetime Championship, Cyrus, and he is bleeding, he's leaking. But at this moment, he's doing good work as well with his.
Yeah, the laceration over his right eye does not seem to be having any sort of dampening effect on his game, and in fact, if anything, seems to be motivating Winter to continue to land damage of his own J-Dime. Has to be careful not to overextend. Of course, EK Fonte looking to play that counter game, and he's a dangerous man when he starts to put together his combinations on the return on those counters.
Yeah, and I thought seeing his own blood would discourage him, but no, it's like making him mad. Like, it's motivating him even more, Humble.
Yeah, that's what you need, like, motivate you a bit more and try and get, like, the win, because, you know, you've got to take you from the champion, you've got to do it, you're kind of behind on damage at the moment. I'm really liking Fonte's start, but it's actually looks...
Oh,
Like a sniper, he lets that right hand go straight down the barrel, it connects. Able to test the chin of Dustin Poirier early in this fight, Humble, after what was a very, very good round for the champion. Look at the significant strike difference, 21-7 in the favor of the champion. God damn.
And I'll give my honest opinion as well. With Fonte winning the belt last week, I still feel Fonte needs to be tested as a champion, so I feel like these fights are going to be perfect for him, especially against Winter. And in my head, I kind of still doubt him. I don't know if other people do as well, still doubt him. These sorts of performances where he's going out and dominating the round technically, J-Time, these make me believe he is a fantastic competitor, and he should be exactly where he is right now.
oh. Yeah, but Winter, that's not going to discourage Winter. He still believes he can win this fight, and he's going for the champion. He's walking him down, Cyrus.
He truly is. The thing is, though, the problem is that when somebody becomes champion, they do become kind of like twice as good. That mystique starts to form around them. And, you know, obviously their belief in themselves is going to be at an all-time high. And it's going to be difficult to beat Fonte. And he marches forward and lands combinations, doubles up on the uppercuts. And the up kick of doom allows Winter to stay in this fight a little longer. Back on the feet, Humble, and still throwing. But my God, is he hurt, Winter J.
Yeah, definitely. As we mentioned earlier on, you know, winning fights breeds confidence, and confidence breeds winning fights for a temporary period of time at least. And discipline is when you get the sort of lensing.
Oh my!
Oh my!
Fonte, the champion, he's got it on the ropes, Jade, and pressed it back into the fence.
Oh my gosh, Dustin, get up!
Oh my God!
Oh my God. No, he's not getting up. He's not getting up again. This is over for you, Dustin. It's over for you, Dustin. It is over.
And still, EK Fonte gets the job done. Humble, my God, you said that man still needed to prove himself. I think he proved himself, not only in his last run, but here this evening, looking as technically proficient as any man stepping into that cage ever has. The counter-striking on point and the killer instinct as present as ever, brother. He got him hurt and he went in for that kill shot. Beautiful, beautiful work from the champion.
Yeah, excellent. He looked good. Like I said, he technically broke his opponent down. J-Dime was landing big shots throughout, and then when he wanted to kind of turn off the off switch, he decided to do it. He did the job, and he did it in spectacular fashion. A champion that defends his belt is one thing. A champion that gets knockouts to defend his belt quite early as well as another. That's a problem right there.
Yeah, and that was, for some odd reason, that was so satisfying to watch. I don't know what made that so satisfying, but like, just, I don't know, something about seeing Dustin getting punched like that was, I don't know, I liked it.
You no longer your favorite fighter. I understand, bro. It's I don't know. No, I'm joking.
It's not even halfway through that, he's like, Dustin, get up.
Yeah, I know, but I felt like the support of him died right there. But EK Fonte, though, like, genuinely, like, I'm supremely impressed by this guy's ability. A champion's champion, continues to do it, has been a pleasure to work with so far, and I look forward to seeing what this guy can do under this bright banner. Of course, he has some serious tests ahead of him. Of course, new champion means a whole host of new contenders, and everybody's going to be biting at the bit to try and get that opportunity, of course. With that all being said, up next we have our main event of Primetime 94. So what we are going to do is head across to that promo one more time here this evening, get us all sufficiently hyped up for the absolute carnage that will ensue. The pound-for-pound GOAT on the PlayStation side, NM Smudger, looks to defend his belt one more time against an old foe, a newly adjusted man, and a newly focused man in B3 GOAT, who is looking to live up to his namesake here this evening. Without further ado, we will be back with you after this short promo.
Smudger versus GOAT, Primetime 94, and it starts right now!
Different style.
You can't bring me down. I'm here to stay.
And we are back, Primetime 94. The main event is at hand. Joining me in the commentary booth are the ever legendary J-Dime TV and Mr. Humbledink. My goodness, guys, it has been an absolutely crazy night of fights, but the time is nigh. The main event is here, and the action is at the absolute highest that it could be, brother. The pinnacle. The PlayStation Championship is on the line.
Yeah, exactly that. NM Smudger versus B3 GOAT in the lightweight division. There is some heated rivalry between these two, J-Dime. We've had GOAT of MMA kind of trolling Smudger for weeks, telling people that he is the Smudger killer, you know, talking when he's fighting, and then similar feelings, similar vibes from Smudger. They're talking back and forth, saying they're going to beat each other up while each other are fighting. And now they get the chance to prove that in Primetime Octagon.
Yeah, and let's not forget what happened the first time they fought for the belt. Remember, I'm the GOAT was saying, I have the blueprint. Y'all remember that when he said he had the blueprint?
Yes,
But
sir.
like I said, I think he's made some adjustments to the blueprint, and we'll see what adjustments he'll make this time, Humble.
Yeah, definitely. The bets are open, by the way, if you want to use your channel points to bet on 26,000 straight away onto Smudger, and then 8,000 on the go, so you can make some money off the underdog, which is good at the moment. He has got Islam at the moment versus Volkanovski.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That's what we're going to say, that Cyrus. If the order for Islam to be successful, he's going to have to use his grappling oftenly and efficiently.
Yeah, and Goat is exactly just that as well. He's been working on the hands with the B3 boys, but grappling is definitely where his bread is buttered. He finds an early takedown against the champion. This is going to be massive for his confidence. That blueprint may be just this. It may be utterly takedown, relentless takedowns, J-Dime. And with an early one like this, that's going to be massive for him because he's good at holding these positions more often than not.
Yeah, someone like Smudger, he has to disrupt Smudger rhythm, and that's what it's doing.
Yeah.
It's making it a really rough fight. This is his forte. I know he joined B3, but against Smudger, he said, forget it. I gotta go back to what my bread and butter is, Humble, which is
The grappling, yeah, of course, and essentially he needs to kind of do this to him for 5 rounds. And the ultimate goal of this is to frustrate Smudger, to get him to make uncharacteristic mistakes. Smudger close to the fence right now, so Goat's going to have to advance position, which he does. Decides to go half guard and moves again.
Man.
One little mistake right there, and he gets 2 transitions into side control, Cyrus.
Oh,
So now
this
he's got a
could
really
ugly.
dangerous position.
Yeah, he looks dialed in and focused into the top mount, and this is massive. You know how good he is at holding these positions and getting up ground and
yeah,
pound.
this is his best position too.
I mean, look, NM Smudger came into this fight incredibly focused, incredibly confident. He said that he's dead in that octagon. It's going to be a man v a child in there. But right now, Goat looking like he is genuinely possessed. He looks like a different man, bro. Like, yeah, or not even a different man, but he looks like a guy that's really leveled up in his kind of performing abilities. He always had the skills, but now it looks like his mental has caught up with that, Humble.
Yeah, not a lot of damage though. Like we've seen little damage from him so far in the
Minute winning.
control position.
He's minute winning. That's what he's doing right
He's
now.
minute winning, but like he's got to do that for 25 minutes against one of the best pound for pound players that we've seen in primetime history, or he is the best primetime. So we can't forget during this how good Smudger is. We've got to realise that he can come back at any point. It's all about frustration, I guess, and we'll see if he can adjust and make those adjustments. We've seen him make them time and time again, so I've got no sort of thought process to count him out, essentially, Cyrus, not yet.
Yeah, exactly right. The damage not right there. And it is burning his stamina as well, but not at a high enough rate, especially with somebody like Islam who has excellent recovery. Doing a good job right here of holding these positions. The back denials are fantastic. Of course, RNC not on the table, J-Dime, but he does have an armbar available should he want to go to it.
Here's the thing. This looks like the best version of Goat right now. He's been controlling on the ground, but if Smudger's able to deny and just defend himself for the first 2 rounds, he may be able to drain his stamina, Humble.
Yeah, it's definitely 1 round to a piece for Goat. Essentially, he's got the first round, so it's all about the next sort of round. And if Smudgers can kind of come back, he's got to keep it on the feet clearly. He's got to kind of be aware of that takedown from the start and have a game plan to avoid that takedown, because he kind of went to that one, got surprised and never recovered from it, Cyrus.
I wouldn't even be surprised if we see Smudger here go for takedowns of his own. We know that he's great when it goes on, when he's on top, and Volkanovski definitely has that option available to him. It depends on what Smudger we're seeing here this evening. Like I said, he was very, very motivated, and he was sending me corner gifts, and every time he chooses gifts based on what his style is going to be for that fight, and the corner gifts normally means that he's coming out to throw those hands, and it looks like that's the game plan here this evening. So takedown and lights out takedown defense is going to be absolutely key in this one, Jay.
Yeah, the problem is, even though Goat won that round, he didn't do any damage is the problem. He didn't hurt a fly. That's the problem here.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Like, there's no sort of repercussion for losing that round for Smudger. So like, there was no sort of. It was almost like I'm coming out and starting the fight again. So Smudger just basically resetting the fight. He's starting to keep it on the feet. He's denied 1 takedown, hasn't had another since. I do think Islam's catching him though, but this is where he wants to be. This is his best chance.
Ooh.
Just him early.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Just starting to take over the fight, Cyrus.
The thing is, and I think this is a big thing in this fight. The GOAT being with B3 now for a few fights, I really feel like it's going to have elevated his striking. I truly believe that. And I feel like that was the biggest area, of course, Smudger had advantages. It's about whether or not he has closed that gap sufficiently enough to make the grappling the key difference in this fight. Because grappling on its own isn't going to be it. He has to be able to work the hands. And you can see there's still an edge to Smudger, but it doesn't look like the one-way traffic it did in some of the last fights.
Oh, it's about to. It's about to. Yeah.
We get desperate now.
You can see the momentum just shifting. You can, like, physically see it right now.
Yeah, it's almost like I spoke it out of existence. Like, to be honest.
You can see it though, like you both.
Yeah,
there's a point when a grappler, and you've got like such a dominant process on the ground, it changes your mindset to think like that's where you're going to win the fight. So as soon as you start losing, it becomes a sort of a habit to kind of straight away go for clinch, go for takedowns, and Smudger knows that. Cyrus is using that against him.
Yeah, exactly. He's trying to fight. He's trying to make Goat fight emotionally. And just tick-tacking him, kind of landing that jab, going straight to the body, attacking the stamina. He knows this is a 5-round fight. He's been a champion for so long. Nobody knows 5-round fights better than NM Smudger at this stage. I mean, goddamn! Look at the adjustments. I think you said it really early on before the takedown, Jay. He's kind of going for that Loma thing. He's taking the first round to make the reads, trying to see what Goat is bringing to the table differently, and now he's stacking on the offense, trying to take away everything that he was able to do in that first round.
Yeah, that's the thing. Goat won that round, and he even have a little bit of success now, but he didn't do any damage. So Smudger was able to make his adjustments without even taking any damage at this point.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant at the start of the round when we were talking about looking dialed in. I was like, in my opinion, it's got to be like you've got to do some. You've got to compromise Smudger. If you're getting the advantage in a position, you've got to compromise him. Compromise comes at risk. Compromise comes at the champion kind of getting back to his feet a bit easier. So I understand why Goat never. But Goat's going to do exactly what Smudger did. It's a new round.
Fake glove cut. Yeah, you're right, bro. That was a fake glove cut into a single leg right there. Something a little different. I will say, Doc is in the truck, and of course he was in the chat a moment ago, pointing out something very, very astute. Never mind. Screw that point. NM Smudger.
I know what the point is in Pug counter. Oh my god. I was about to say Pug countered and said the Goat can't strike. That's what he said. But he's showing his striking has improved. Here we go.
This guy, I mean, look, he's done some work on the feet in some recent performances. Obviously, the grappling is still where it's at for him, but he's definitely advanced. I just don't know whether or not it's enough, because Smudger is fantastic in these kind of positions.
Oh, you got to take down the 3 minutes to work. He needs to win literally 3 minutes of this round to win this round, essentially. There's 2-1, then you don't know. Then the last next 3 rounds could be you just need one, essentially. But Smudger gets a straight sweep. That is crazy.
Oh, we let the back sitting happen, of naked back sitting.
I have to say, sorry, Hamel, I have to say, like, there's a lot of hate right now against Goat, and I mean, he is turning into a natural heel. He does not give a single shit what any of these guys think. He's here for W's, and he's been able to amount enough to truly earn this position. And as you can see, he is putting on a really game fight up against the champion.
Straight hook. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Nice work. And Doc obviously mentioned about the B3 boys, but yeah, Smudger's main wins have probably come against B3 guys as well, though. So you can.
They said he fought so many of them.
There's so many good fighters in B3. That's my point. But essentially,
he's doing damage now. Now he's actually doing some type of damage right now.
This is interesting. 1 minute 50 seconds left. Goat struggling. It's like a different world on the feet to the ground side. It's like all of a sudden it's humans with dinosaurs on that ground right at the moment. It's just different sort of level.
Yeah, for sure. There's a minute 30 left.
Oh, he stands up.
I think that's smart.
That was smart because his feet were on the cage. He stood up to stop that get up, and then he jumped right back down.
Yeah, no, that was some good shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. Intelligent move from Goat. But once again, this is his world, so he's not kind of he's not new or green in any of these positions. He able to get over into half guard very, very quickly, but a good deny from the champion. But now he's back in top mount. God damn, Jay, this is not looking good for the champ.
No, it's not looking good for the champ. But if he can get some denies, like I said, he can mitigate all this damage and nothing will happen here.
Yeah, not too much damage at all taken from Smudger. He needs to get it now. Nice work.
Oh, that's the damage. Oh, and he's up.
10 seconds. I mean, he's not going to have enough time to kind of win the round back. Goat's 2-1 ahead, in my opinion, but well, he definitely is, because the first round, Smudge didn't round a strike. All of a sudden, Cyrus, we have a fight in our hands, where if Goat wins one more round and survives, it potentially could be taking over the fight. This is crazy. It's like swinging, it's pendulum swinging. One guy looks dominant, and the next guy looks dominant, and I'm guessing Smudge is going to win the next round dominantly. That's what the big world card says, you know. So we'll see if Smudge can kind of. He can't get taken down. He's got to be 100% in his takedown defense.
Yeah, exactly right. This fight does come down to that. Just that. Can he stay on the feet? Well, in fact, Goat did rock him before he got the takedown in that last one. Like I said, Goat believed that he had the blueprint here this evening, and he's looking really, really good. He's answering. He's got the champion hurt, and
and
my God,
back here again.
And you right there. That's on you. Like, Smudge has got to do something right now. He can't settle for position. He's got to get out of this position. He's got to get up. Otherwise,
you got to prevent the top mount, because Goat is going to HUD watch him in top. Like, he has to make sure he doesn't get in top mount by any means either.
Yeah, we'll see. This position's kind of a 50-50, but sometimes can be useful. Depends who you're playing against, really. Someone who takes the time is really difficult.
Yeah, of course. It depends. Look, as you can see, Goat isn't throwing away this position. He's going to throw one, he's going to throw two, and he's going to maintain the position to continue to mount this offense. Obviously, if he throws 3 or 4, the champion's going to take the easy reversal. But Goat looking genuinely laser focused here, J-Dime. He, not really taking any steps wrong in this round position.
Yeah, this may be the worst we've seen Smudger when it comes to denials ever, too.
He's struggling. Gets the denial right there, though. Goat's stamina is kind of slightly concerning, but he's only got around and a half left. So essentially, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. But Smudger needs to do something, and that's the issue, Cyrus. Anything that Smudger needs to do, Goat's aware of it, because he can't rush it.
Exactly right, and like normally at this stage, Goat of MMA is behind in the fight, and he's that's why he often gets finished in these late rounds. But he may be ahead now. And obviously, it's all on Smudger to be able to change this fight. He has to take huge risks and potentially risk going out in order to secure a victory, in my opinion. Because was it 3-1 right now? 3-1 potentially for Goat.
Oh my God!
If he gets this, it is. And he does. No,
he doesn't.
God.
And his stamina.
Nice work. These guys do good defense.
Smudger has to do something.
Yeah, he needs a knockdown.
Smudger's used to being ahead. Now he has to show this dog now. Now this is adversity right here.
He's still got another round to work though. And
no, he does.
Is low for Goat, so he could as long as he doesn't get taken down, that's gonna not help him at all. Yeah. I know he's trying to win the round. Stay ahead. Essentially, not get knocked down, but at the same time he's up. He doesn't need to kind of take risks like that.
Yeah, right now these last couple of denials have been so crucial for Smudger, who is looking like he is really, really feeling the pressure and answering that pressure with absolutely sensational forward pressure and lights out takedown defense. Can he stop another? And he does.
Oh, he's gonna shoot again. Oh, I was about to say, I thought he was gonna shoot another one after that.
Yeah, I thought Smudger was looking up as well. So it was I think both guys kind of hesitated slightly. Oh, this is so close. Smudger needs to do something though. 14 seconds. Oh, he gets a bit like, I don't know how damage compared to control is, you know what I mean? Like, we'd never know. Oh, you got a rock. You got a rock as well. So, in my opinion, Goat might win that round.
Yeah, Goat did win that round, bro. He did. He is potentially 3-4-1 up right now, going into the 5th round of this main event, Primetime 94. A night of fumbles. Will the PlayStation champion fumble here this evening? Denies it early, Jay.
He may be down right now. He has to do something. He needs a big moment. If he doesn't have a big moment, we may be saying, and new.
He's double jabbing the block, trying to get the guard down. At the same time, trying to obviously be aware of the takedown. Does get it on this occasion. Needs to do some damage here. This is where a lot of people don't do a lot of damage. It always surprises me people in clinch don't come out that clinch with it. Like they don't practice it enough, essentially, but I'm sure these guys do. Beautiful work. Turns the corner right there. He's going to take the back again and try and pull him down.
Look, I will never
out the back
count
door.
out. I will never count out Smudger, brother. He is behind in this fight. His back is up against the wall, but he is.
Oh, he has 3 minutes to work, and he has the stamp.
Yeah.
This is time where he has to take advantage of this.
I feel like he's rising to the occasion. He has never been this tested in a bout. He is currently facing a potential defeat in 3 minutes 20, and Goat is shooting for those ankles, but the defense holds humble.
He's shooting for his life at this
Gotta be
point.
careful. Like,
This is
he's
beyond
wasting
panic
much
wrestling
time.
right now. This is beyond that.
At this point, you know, like he's about 3 minutes from winning the belt, Cyrus. He's about 3 minutes from becoming the world
Does he
champion.
have to just survive to get?
Defense.
Oh,
Goat is
Oh
trying
my
to
bro, he's shooting for his life right now. He
doesn't get
another one. Oh,
Thing is, it becomes more and more predictable, obviously, and Smudge is just going to
this
find
was
it easier.
predictable a long time ago.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my God.
Does he do it?
Oh, this was. Oh
It's the
man.
body. Smudger is rallying on. 2 minutes and 30
This-
seconds to take his championship back and defend it against somebody who's put up a hell of a test. Go MMA is bordering on being the most
Oh my God! No, he been.
Smudger is
Oh.
trying to take it away.
Oh, he actually got it down. He got one.
It's crazy.
And he's oh my
How
God.
good are you? How good?
Oh my God. Oh, he said get back up. 135 to work.
30 seconds. He shoots a
Oh.
drop, gets a turn takedown.
Oh.
This is
Oh.
crazy.
This is where panic wrestling may work.
It comes down to a submission. It comes down to a submission.
Oh! Okay.
No way. No fucking way.
Not
He's going to
great.
escape it, I think.
He's
Yes.
going to escape it. He's going to.
Volkanovski doesn't get it, but he needs to get back to his feet. He's got 46 seconds, 45 seconds to try and do something. Smudger, he needs to try.
Oh, he got to do something.
This is his time.
No. I think he should have went for a sweep. He should try sweeping him, ground and pound him. He should.
Here we go.
Oh,
22
here we go.
seconds.
22 seconds.
Oh my God, he's
The
just
guy-
shooting him.
another
He's
shot.
going to shoot again. He's
He's going to shoot
again.
again. He's going to shoot
Why did he
again.
throw a front kick?
He has to do.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh!
body shot.
Oh! Okay. How did this match?
You know, skip. Let's build the suspense.
Hey, this was a disgusting level of panic wrestling in the last round.
My God.
God damn, bro.
Don't skip this fight.
Let
Let's
me-
just let it all wait out. Come on.
Here we go.
The PlayStation chat. I don't care who's won. We need to watch this.
I'm
Man,
taking my mic out. I'm taking my headset out till I see.
Go
Headset
MMA
is
could
off.
potentially steal this championship. As much as gonna be so angry, Cyrus, if
Oh
that
my
happens.
god, bro. Oh my god.
Fifth round. That was a rally and a half from Smudger, man. Smudger's a beast.
Supporters sit idly by waiting. Judges scorecards.
What is
All
the
three
judges
judges.
saying? Here, hold on. What are they saying here?
Unanimous decision.
And new.
I knew, brother.
And new.
Goddamn
And-
knew. He said that he had the blueprint. B3 GOAT gets the job done after what may be a little bit controversial. Some people going crazy in the chat. Of course, the hate has been pouring out from the beginning of this fight to the last second of it, Humble. But B3 GOAT gets the job done. The time is now for that man. He has finally proved to everybody that he has what it takes to wear that gold. Whether you love him or hate him, gotta respect the fact that he just did it against the best in the business, brother.
Hey, listen,
Or
I have
what
one
was.
thing to say.
Go,
All
bro.
right, listen.
Go.
That was an ungodly amount of panic wrestling, right? But
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
that being said, by any means possible.
Sir.
By any means possible, exactly that. Go of MMA. Who J Dime was confident I was gonna get beaten in this fight. Let's just say that J Dime was very confident that Go of MMA wasn't. The former manager of Go of MMA doubted him out, and Go of MMA comes back and does it essentially. And he hung on, like he fought like he had a lead, Cyrus, and
Yeah.
he put the ball on the corner flag. You know, it's just
Look.
he just defended defense wins championships. It's simple as that.
He is Islam, right? He is Islam Makhachev. Islam Makhachev, if he was ahead 4 rounds out of 5, and in the 5th round he was getting tuned up, he is shooting for ankles every single second of that 5th round. There is no doubt about it. That's what happened right there. GOAT of MMA did the work that he needed to, leading to that 5th round, to be able to coast, just to be able to survive. And it wasn't easy to just to survive. If he engaged him any more than he did, then Smudger very possibly walks away a victory here this evening. But GOAT of MMA has been through the gauntlet. He's had many a test in the past. He's had many of attempt in the past. But this time, he's able to get the job done. Tonight is the night for the B3 boys. And of course, GOAT of MMA is truly going to be over the moon with that one. I cannot wait to see this guy blow off in the chat later on. He's going to go crazy with it because you know that people are going to be biting at him. Mr. Humbledinks, J-Time TV, this has been a crazy card. Absolute pleasure calling this with you as always. We will be back next weekend with Primetime 95. If you haven't already, make sure to check out the ever-prolific J-Dime TV on Twitch. He is now back. He's back, brother. He's back and better than ever. So,
more than back.
More than back, brother. J-Dime season, brother. J-Dime season. We're saying it.
Before everyone goes as well, Cyrus, we're raiding someone. We need everyone to stay for this raid because we are going to be raiding a UFC fighter. We will be back next week.
You're going to hate me for saying that, but he's not on. He is not on right now.
Is he not on?
No.
Oh.
I think you're just...
All right. We'll raid someone else who's going to be prolific anyway. But do join the raid. We'll see you back next week. Cyrus, anything to say?
Yeah, no, of course, brother. We appreciate each and every one of you, all of the new followers, everybody that has joined us, the continued support from the community that we love, to continue to put on these shows for week in, week out. You guys make this thing, enjoyable. From the competitors to the viewers, the entire community as a whole. It has been a pleasure to do these events for the last 4 years, and to the next, we will continue on striving bigger and better. Primetime continues to build, and you guys are crucial to that. So once again, all of the follows, subs, the general support is massively appreciated. As Mr. Humbledink said, please join the raid at the end. Short and small community within the UFC 4 gaming sphere. So let's make somebody's night. Truly end off this Saturday on a high. Until the next one, stay safe, much love, and we will be back soon, Saturday, 8:30 with Primetime 95.